Hey, good morning, everybody. Little early, Lern. Little early.
Sorry.
You, DeSanne, how you feel? Great. Ready to take on the day.
I feel good.
Well rested. You had a dream about dating Dave Grohl last night.
Yeah, then Moon said something's wrong with him, right? Like his nipples are long.
I just said he's got so many blessings that are clear and obvious. He's got to have something like strange nipples or something.
Listen,
right?
And then I go,
I'm sure.
Has anyone seen Dave's nipples?
I'm sure if you Googled Dave Grohl's nipples, he would drum shirtless a lot.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's got to be something else then.
Dave Grohl shirtless.
Dave Grohl nipple. Just right. Dave Grohl
he's got
nipples.
great nipples.
Maybe he snores. I'm not sure. There's got to be something.
Exquisite, in fact. This man. Great
Does he have perfect
proportion.
nips?
Dave Grohl has perfect proportion
Let me
nipples.
see. Let me see
course.
Dave Grohl's nipples.
Of
Come
course.
on.
Yeah, what a
Let's
jerk.
see.
Oh my
That's what I want to
God.
know.
And I love Dave, man, dad bod. I like
He's great.
skinny Dave,
He's
tattooed
great.
Dave, no tat Dave.
Let me see.
You know, the crazy thing is, though, is the only Dave that I have met in person and hung with was short-haired Dave.
Uh-huh.
So, and I want to say that's his least known character. So all the pictures are with this guy that looks like Dave Grohl.
That was early 2000s, Dave.
It was
Yeah.
2000 when we played. We played a couple shows with him in like 04, 05. And it was like short
hair Dave
like
Grohl.
non-identifiable, like Lego.
The dream I had last night, we were in Columbia, Illinois. We were at the Sunset Overlook on Bluff Road, and he was showing me photos of when we dated, and it was Nirvana Dave. So he was like really skinny and like young. And he was showing me these photos. And I'm like,
Young,
oh my God, I
handsome.
wish I could have remembered.
Long, straight hair. Hairless, right?
him. I love Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that
Oh,
was
there
going
he is.
on
He
my
does
mind.
have good nips. Look at that.
Yeah.
Perfect nipples on
Look
Dave
at those
Grohl.
nips.
Yeah, look at that. Those are
Exquisite.
mannequin nips.
Yep.
Those are nips that come out of a catalog.
You see what I'm saying? Like every single
nipples.
defined Dave Grohl picture. Long hair,
Yeah.
long hair, long hair. Old long hair, new long hair. All of it. It's like that era didn't exist. So did I really
Erased.
meet Dave Grohl?
See, maybe you didn't.
Maybe I didn't.
That era Dave Grohl, short hair Dave Grohl, scrubbed from the internet.
As it should be.
He's got people.
telling you,
He's
man.
got people to do that. Replaced by there's short hair Dave Grohl.
But this is
He's
short hair.
cute.
Like this is like short styled hair. I'm telling you, he must have got
He did have it.
a cut.
He had it. But what album was that where it was pretty much buzzed almost?
Anyway, enough about Dave Grohl's nipples.
right.
It's somebody's birthday. King Scott, happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it feels good.
Happy birthday, buddy.
I'm in a wonderland of balloons. I like it.
43.
Yep, 43 made it. I did it.
You could tell there's now a woman on the show because
What? No, Rafe
'Cause
and
we
I
got
both
balloons.
did it. Rafe.
Oh, really?
We are pro birthday support systems here. Rafe and I love supporting our birthdays of the show and everybody in our life. And so, yeah, we yesterday went to Deerberg's, got the balloons.
Oh, my gosh.
And actually went to the wrong Deerberg's to pick up the balloons. And
what do you mean?
Well,
one right up the street.
Well, that's where I went, and then I'm an idiot, and I had ordered them for the one that was down to across from 270,
okay.
and so we went to this Deerberg's first by the Trader Joe's, and then we had to gun it. So we went on a little excursion yesterday.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Deerberg's tour 2024.
Boy, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This it means a lot.
You
It's
had to
fun
go
to
to
walk in here and have these.
You had to go to the Deerbergs 2 miles away.
I know. It's
I mean,
brutal.
anything for King Scott.
Man.
all the way across
Mark's
town.
safe.
Mark's.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Well,
Mean streets.
you guys never celebrated birthdays on this show like this before?
Never with balloons.
Oh, okay.
We went to Swing Around Funtown once.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, was that
a
for your
big
birthday?
surprise. Yeah.
Oh, that was for your birthday.
Yeah. I think that was my 40.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That was fun. We had a whole event.
We didn't tell him where he was going.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
That was your
love
40th.
it.
It was incredible. And that was the first time we ever did a live broadcast on the show, right? Outside of the
Yeah,
studio.
you know what? So I forgot about that. So his 40th, in the middle of the show, I said, let's go.
And he
I
drove
said,
me
let's
down.
get out of here.
That's
Wow.
right. And we
At
finished
like
it.
7:30, 8 o'clock, I was like, let's go.
Yeah, we finished the broadcast while we were taking batting practice.
What happened when you were driving? Like just music?
No, I was broadcasting from the car. Donnie was in here,
That's right.
That's
and we were
fun.
in my car, and you were like, where are we going?
I
And
had
you thought
no
I was
clue.
going to drive you out to the woods and kill you. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said that earlier.
Which
that
it was
week.
close.
Yeah. So I'm glad you had to change your heart. But
That's great.
What's with all the farmland? Don't worry about
Don't
it,
worry
buddy.
about it.
That was a good time.
nice
Columbus
shovel.
was there.
Craig Gass was there.
Craig Gass was there.
yes.
Wow.
Really nice little party.
That was a big party. That was awesome.
That was for 40, so that was a good milestone.
We drove go-karts.
Yeah, that was a
Look at you, buddy.
that was
You've
a
had
great
some-
birthday.
You've had some swell birthdays on the show.
I have. I have. Today is also equally
Well,
awesome.
here we go. You got
Excited.
balloons. What's the big plan today?
The big plan today is going to play a little tennis with the wife later on and then get some Indian food. So pretty excited.
Wild.
I know.
dude.
Wild party day. I might even mow. I don't know. It
Whoa.
could be a full day. Oh, and the big thing is added a new guitar to my life via Moon here. And this
Oh,
thing
you gave him a guitar. Nice.
No,
I sold him a
He
guitar.
practically gave it to me. But yeah, this thing is he knocked off a ton of money on it. But yeah, this thing is the coolest guitar I've ever got to own, and excited to start playing this. So
awesome.
I'll probably spend my afternoon figuring this guy out.
I had AI try to write you a birthday song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like how you say try.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Itchy bird, let's celebrate tonight.
So far, so good.
Of a voice behind the mic, shining that bright light. From the heart of the station, you bring the songs to life. Playing our favorite tunes, cutting through the strife.
Yeah, the strife.
That's fun.
You work those late nights,
Nope.
spinning the records, holding the news,
Nope.
bringing joy to our ears, making our dreams.
Hey, we're not there yet.
Working late nights. Nope.
That makes me happy.
I wasn't wildly off.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Sounded like an Oak Ridge Boys song from
Yeah.
71.
That was great.
That's
dude.
off one of those CDs you get at a truck stop.
Here's a thrash heavy metal song about
right.
King Scott's birthday.
Grace of plates and stains, celebration starts. King Scott's on the airwaves, moving wild hearts. His power wielding the mighty king shall rise. Rain of mental madness on the darkened skies. Near the halls of the studio,
Yeah.
the air crackles with light. King Scott's mighty voice ringing in the night.
Nope, not tonight.
Yeah.
Here's a rap one.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, this will be good.
Rap version of a King Scott birthday song.
King Scott on the airwaves, he reigns. Every morning he brings the fire and flames. Ruling the radio, he's the king of the show. Spitting mad rhymes, he's got that flow. Dropping bombs like it's World War III. Making listeners dance, setting them free. It's his birthday, let the party begin. King Scott, the radio show's going in.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Pretty
No,
tight.
I like that one. Dropping bombs.
That's not bad.
This is good.
Dude, happy birthday, man.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday,
man.
buddy.
And he wore his tracksuit from Rizz Show Live.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
wore
good
that.
looking-
My birthday suit. This is good.
All right.
It's a good looking suit on
Good
you.
day.
Thank you.
Well, let the celebration begin, guys.
I can't wait.
All hail,
Hear
King
ye,
Scott.
hear ye. We do decree.
Yes, there's a proclamation being given right now. Scott, listen up.
Okay.
Rafe's making a
Hear
proclamation.
All
ye,
right,
hear ye.
subjects,
We do
listen.
decree. The pride of Overland, King Scott, first of his name. Happy birthday unto you.
Man, thank you so much.
Here,
Hold on,
you
one
keep the
second.
scroll that was written on.
Yeah.
What an honor.
A very good honor, yeah.
I accidentally called 911 this morning.
Great.
oh, boy.
Yeah.
Having a Tuesday.
Oh, no.
You told me that, and you didn't tell me it as a warning. So make sure that you include a warning.
I'm going to warn
others.
everybody right now. I'm going to warn everybody right now. Watch your phones.
Okay.
Watch your phones, because I will play this piece of audio, and the audio triggered my phone to call 911.
And he told me to watch this video, and then halfway through told me that it accidentally called 911.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like, oh
oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, man! Like I should be hiding
Oh,
my
yeah.
phone. What are you doing?
So I was sitting at my desk, and my phone was next to the computer speaker, and I played this piece of audio. So I don't know if you've seen this video going around. It's a YouTuber named Anthony Vella. He was recording while flying his motorized paraglider.
Which is remember it's the chair with a fan on the back and a
yeah.
parachute. You know what I'm saying?
My friend Bobby's got one of those.
Yeah.
Why?
And dude, because it's awesome. And he goes all over the area. He takes videos from the sky. And it is so freaking cool. And he's a
Fun.
professional. He knows what he's doing. It is cool.
Can he really be a professional at that?
Yeah, he's trained and he has there's
Like,
a
what's a
club.
professional?
I mean,
So it's done it a long time?
500 hours. I don't know what it is. It's just like skydiving.
Got to say, like, there's amateur and there's professional.
Yeah.
Is it regulated? I'm being serious because this guy,
It has to
this
be,
guy
right?
with his whole parasailing is not a regulated industry.
No, but I think it has to be if you're on that because you're going to fly into airspace.
Yeah, because you're in airspace. There's gotta
Sharing
be
it.
Well, I don't know how high up you go on these things.
That's true.
Can
It
you
could be
take
low
off
enough.
you take off from the ground, right?
Well, where else would you take off from?
I don't know if they have to drop you from somewhere or like
You have to
a
build a
running
cliff.
start like paragliding.
You have to build a cliff in your backyard.
Got to push the cart up to the top of the hill every time?
Lern showing me a video of his.
I mean, he's
his paragliding
professional.
rig.
I mean, he's got
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the fan on the back.
it looks amazing,
Yeah.
and I would love to do it, but I won't.
I know. Same.
It just looks too...
If it was with balloons, I would.
Although it just looks so great. I wish I could do that.
Okay, so
much.
you're on the ground. I mean, you're on the ground. You got a big fan on your back. You run. You got a parachute on.
Yep.
I mean, it seems like a kid's... I mean, like, it's a dream come true. Like, I got to imagine every time he goes up there, he starts squealing like he's 10. Like, oh!
Yeah, he's flying.
Dude, he's like 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Every time I see
Yeah, he's
somebody
pretty
do
high
it,
up.
they're only a few hundred feet,
Yeah.
maybe, like that is super high up there.
So this YouTuber Anthony Vella, he's recording. He's flying his motorized paraglider. He's got the fan on his back, going about 50 miles an hour. Something goes wrong, and he quickly falls 85 feet,
oh.
and he hits the ground.
Yeah, scary.
Hard. Hard. And here's the audio. Now, I'm going to warn you right now that if your phone is close to a speaker, this may make your phone call emergency services.
Okay.
Okay, and I didn't know my phone was calling until I looked over and it said emergency and was dialing. All right, listen to this. Here we go. YouTuber recorded his painful paraglider crash.
Oh, man. 48 miles per hour.
Yeah,
Come on,
buddy.
baby. Oh. Hey, Siri, call 911. Hey, Siri, call 911.
Okay, so
Oh, my
Classic
God.
Siri ignores him the first time.
that bitch.
It always takes 2 or 3 times.
So
I'm sorry, there is no contacting your phone called Live Done.
And a little bit of tone.
see if you can look up Anthony Vella. I forgot to write down what exactly his injuries were. I think he broke his neck.
It was his neck, his pelvis, and his what else?
Like he messed himself up.
Yeah, he was not doing well.
But he survived.
But
be
so
alive.
my phone was next to the speaker, and he says, "Call 911" about 20 times.
Husband and father of 4 young children. Let's see, fully accelerated. Okay, he thought that he totally snapped his arm. He started screaming, "The glider collapsed and my arm is snapped."
Yeah.
He ended up breaking. Oh, of course, this stupid article doesn't.
Yeah,
have
I think he broke his neck.
his neck, his pelvis,
Damn.
his arm, and the way that he's kind of huffing there, it sounds like he broke ribs.
Yeah.
And he now has an Audi for his belly button.
Yeah, that's scary. I mean, that's a risk you run if you want one of these things. You want to get up there.
Yeah, Matthew says it's equivalent of a flying go-kart is what he's basically
You
what
think
he's basically got going there.
you think he sabotaged it on purpose for the video?
No.
Because now he's huge. He's getting.
Although, nowadays, who knows? He kept streaming. He kept that phone on.
Yep.
ABS, always be streaming.
ABS.
It seems like it would be the safest thing.
Was he live streaming? No, he wasn't
I think
live
he's a
streaming. Was
YouTuber.
he? Okay.
Because, your parachute's already out, right?
Okay. No. He
Yeah.
uploaded the footage afterwards from the hospital, I guess.
Oh, yeah, there was a paraglider died last year up in Union.
Damn.
Broke a piece of his back as well.
Remember, he went into the water.
Gotta be
Union, Washington area.
yes.
He went into the
Strapped
river.
in.
Right.
Yeah, strapped in right to the ground. Right.
That seems plausible more than a credit. It just seems like if you're going up, parachute already out. Worst case scenario, engine stalls, you float to the ground.
Yeah, this one the right side snapped, so the chute came loose basically, and just no more chute.
toots.
Oh.
So, it's got like two, the harness comes down and holds the fan or holds the apparatus. The right side just snapped like this. So he went whoop, like that.
Man, the comments under the video.
What?
Ronnie writes in, the comments said he needs to be a man and suffer in peace rather than scream like a girl.
That's what I was thinking.
Right, yeah, that's what he's
I was
worried
thinking
about.
if he was a little tougher, he wouldn't be injured.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got
Come
to
on,
be tough to
sack
do
up,
this.
buddy.
Yeah. We'll see how tough
Broke my
anyone is.
neck.
Right.
The crash
A little back break.
later explained that the crash was caused by, quote, missing a small pension knot. So there's a knot that was missing on the
he didn't tie it
right
off,
side
right?
of the harness.
Yeah, this is why you got to double check stuff like that. Let's double check. We got a checklist.
Oh my goodness, dude! Have you seen this angle? I didn't see this angle. The only angle that I had seen was from the phone.
Yeah, see if we could post a video. Because
Watch
he
this
goes
one.
down hard.
Watch this angle, dude.
So he's going along. Everything's good. He's got his phone out. He's streaming.
It's a knot right up here on the right side, and this fan thing is all intact, and then now it's not.
This hurts so bad.
Dang.
God. You feel weightless at 1 second and then feel like you weigh 1,000,000 pounds the next.
Yeah.
Imagine
See, I
that.
don't-
Imagine that happening like 700 feet up, though.
Oh yeah, and that's the crazy thing. He was 85 feet up, and he was descending.
I wonder if he sensed something was wrong or. I don't need excitement like that.
No?
I'll be honest with you.
Tim and I are thinking of going to, Arizona later this year, and he's been kind of sprinkling in paragliding. He's like, I think I'm gonna do paragliding. I'm like, okay, all right,
Who?
Tim.
Right.
So
Where's
What about
this?
you in Arizona?
I haven't researched it enough yet. I haven't
Would you be
looked-
down?
Possibly, if it feels right, if it looks right, feels right. That's how I was with skydiving. I was like,
I feel like
just
that's
felt right.
way more dangerous than going on a cruise ship.
Yeah, not me. I don't know.
Paragliding like behind a boat?
No.
That's parasailing.
Oh.
Paragliding, like
It looks like a giant
you
kite.
run off of it's a tandem thing, but you run off of a cliff.
Yeah, it looks like you're in like a big sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And it looks like a kite. Like you run off, you run off the
Yeah.
cliff.
Right.
Your dart aimed at the ground. It's pretty fun.
You ever seen those?
You guys got a real mixed bag of fears at your house.
I know.
I've parasailed a dozen
That
times.
makes sense.
I've parasailed a
Parasails
dozen
behind the
times.
boat,
Yeah.
Right.
And
Which you hate,
which I know I'm never doing that.
which is silly.
I love
I've
it.
seen too many videos of those lines snapping. And next thing you know, goodbye over the hotel.
No. I know you've seen it, but that doesn't happen. I've done it like 10
What do you mean
times.
it doesn't happen?
It's actually
what is
pretty
that?
boring, to be honest.
It is very boring. Parasailing sucks.
It's not as cool.
Whoa,
I mean, it's like
dudes.
fun. It's like peaceful, but it's not. There's no excitement.
No. Unless
You
there's a
literally
shark
float up
below
so
you.
slow.
No excitement. You're 400 feet over the water.
Yeah,
in
it's
a,
fine.
In a open air area,
Yeah, it's
a
nice.
perspective you can never have any other
Okay,
way.
but I was
It's
just
so
but
boring.
I flew
But
there.
it's not. My heart wasn't pounding
Right.
up there. I was just like chilling.
I
just
flew
sitting
there in a plane
harness.
and I was 30,000 feet up and I looked out the window.
It's the same. Yeah.
The same thing.
Your feet are dangling, though. And there might be a
Oh,
turtle
okay.
below you. Cool. Okay.
You don't feel the breeze in your hair in a plane.
Not if you don't open the door.
Well, don't do that. We don't want to talk about you on this show.
No, I'm just saying I don't need that kind of excitement to get me going anymore.
Same thing with zip lining. Very underwhelming sense of adventure is a zip line. From my
I went
experience.
zip
Yeah,
lining
done
a
it right.
couple years ago in
In Dominican?
Dominican.
Yo,
Yeah.
that one was.
See, that
I
one
did
looks
that.
Pretty all right.
It was just whatevs. You're going through the jungle. It's the same thing as going to like.
Might as well just walk in the
Merrimack
woods,
Caverns.
right?
Yeah.
Might as well just go down to Forest Park and just walk in the woods,
And
right?
it's
Same
hard
thing.
work. You gotta break yourself. You gotta like, if you get stuck, you gotta move yourself. I don't know.
The ones in Costa Rica don't play, dude. That's where it was invented.
Yeah.
They got a mile-long zip line where you're face down like Superman off
Yeah.
the top of a mountain all the way to the beach to the ocean, and you're flying.
Yeah, Dominican has the same. You flip upside down. There's
That
a
one's
thing-
that one's high-octane zip line. There's probably different kinds. Like the kind where it's like, oh, you're going to go 400 feet over the canopy, and you're hanging there, feet towards the ground versus getting strapped in, and then a guy gives you like a running push start, and it's Costa Rica, and you're like, I don't know the laws here. I don't know the engineering laws here of like who's checking this cable. I'm a pretty big lad.
Yeah, I had an hour-long bus ride up this mountain, never
Yeah.
passed one medical center or a
Nothing.
hospital.
Yeah, where's the nearest hospital?
Bus has 2 donuts on it.
I was in the Dominican doing a zip line, got the tummy bubbles, had to be driven. The people I was with left me. They
Oh, you were
continued
the
to
one?
zip line. I had to be driven to some sort of hut in the middle of nowhere by myself.
So you could go, the
So
mud
I
hut.
could go to the restroom.
You got to go to the mud hut.
And honestly, it's a miracle that I survived that. So
I thought you were going to say you dropped on the zip line.
no, but
You just dropped your pants and let
You
it
had
fly
mud
over
butt?
the
yeah, the
canopy
harness
floor.
wouldn't allow for pant drop mid zip. But
You
it's
had diarrhea on a zip line?
yes.
Diarrhea on a zip line. There's some hikers on the jungle floor. Like, how big was that bird?
And it didn't get a 5-star review.
Oh God. I was like,
How
never
did you?
again.
How did you? Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I was like, I have to get out of
Excuse me,
here
amigo?
immediately. Where can I go? And I was like, getting out of that zip line harness because you have
Yeah.
to go so bad was one of the
amigo,
Olympics.
Por favor.
Hey, senor, I'm about to change the color of this harness.
How do you say diarrhea in Spanish?
Arriba,
Diarrhea.
Roll the R's. Diarrhea.
rapide,
Yeah.
Rapido.
Rapido.
arriba.
was
Let's
awful.
go.
Diarrhea.
Like food poisoning. It was terrible.
Oh, good times though.
What? Did you drink the water or something?
Probably. I don't know.
Man.
Something happened. Something got to me. It was bad.
Maybe it was the sweetness of the heights and the amazingness of the zip line.
I got 2 in. I was in the jungle. I was like,
Oh, well, then you can't review it. You came here with a bad
okay.
review.
But then every other
you
zip line
zipped
I've done,
twice,
I've been
and you had
underwhelmed.
diarrhea, and you had to leave.
And she said ziplining sucks.
And then, yeah,
Man, I appreciate the further details.
no refunds.
No refunds.
Oh, man.
Senorita had diarrhea. And to leave.
Yes, she did.
Oh, I bet you they're used to that.
But listen,
They
some,
probably have a code for it, like,
There we go.
some
the
people
water.
are adrenaline junkies. You know, Scott, are you an adrenaline junkie?
Not really. I used to be more so, but it's kind of calmed down a little. I get thrills in other ways now. I've seen a nicely or freshly mowed yard.
Rafe, adrenaline junkie?
I don't know if I'm a junkie. I'm a recreational user, for sure. I still like it. I enjoy adventure. I like trying new stuff, and so yeah. Usually, if there's, I get bored on vacations if I can only sit on the beach for so many days straight before I'm like, I got to go do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people like to go on vacation for like 9 days and just walk from the beach to their hotel room.
Yeah, I could do that.
if we don't come home exhausted, it wasn't a.
No, and
it
now,
wasn't a
listen, there are
vacation.
the exhausting vacations. Like when we went to Costa Rica, half of it was hiking and you know adventure stuff, and the other half was walking from the beach to the hotel.
But is hiking adrenaline?
And
Basic
well,
things?
when it's 400% humidity and you're walking around a volcano,
I
and then
guess.
there are 4 million creatures
Then, yeah.
looking at you, wanting to eat you. Yeah, that's an adventure, Scott.
All right, then I'm an adrenaline junkie.
We do everything we can. Even when it was just the wife and I down in Dominican, we did the wild stuff. We did a zip line, and I mean, we try to do as many things as possible. I was fully addicted to adrenaline as a young man, and probably would still be, except for it became kind of clear to me that, it's my responsibility to mitigate any sort of dangers.
Well, you got kids to take care of.
Yeah, and I think if I didn't have kids, I would still be on not a reckless train, but like a regulated adrenaline junkie train. And listen, man, I think it's natural for me. That's how I was. I have 219 stitches, scars in
They're
my
some
face.
kids.
No, just in my face.
So you're bad at adrenaline.
No. It was like I would only have like an accident like once every 10 adventures, but like it didn't bother me. And
keep going.
The risk didn't bother me. The reward was always worth it. I was a crazy person as a kid, constantly bashing my head on things.
When you're a kid,
But my mother, dude, she's 80. She's still
I mean, she's a roller coaster.
does the roller coasters, the water
chick.
coasters. I mean, she is an
Paraglides.
adrenaline junkie.
When you're a kid, there's like an electricity you feel when you do certain things. Not even just adrenaline stuff, like the electricity you feel when you get a new video game.
Oh, yeah.
Or the electricity you feel when, you get a new pair of shoes. When you're an adult, you get that feeling when you get a new vacuum or some new underwear.
Yeah, when your house is
I got a
clean.
couple pairs of new Tommy John underwear.
Hey,
Super excited.
My man, hey, dude, now we're twinsies.
Cute.
Hey, can I borrow them? I just
Super
want to see if they're
excited.
comfortable.
I'll let you take a test drive, man. I honestly, it's
I did
my
not
mission.
enjoy that.
It's my mission to make
Fist
sure.
bump?
I didn't like the Tommy John fist bump.
I didn't
just
either.
wanna Put that on record.
I was just going.
Yes,
I was
you
just going
did.
along with it.
Don't get bullied by this guy. No, you
No
loved
bullying.
it.
I'm just
You
entering it
loved
into the
We didn't lock
minutes.
it up though. We didn't fist bump. Let's fist bump
Here,
and lock it.
hold hands.
We're gonna lock
All
it
right,
up.
cool.
We just locked it up too.
Yeah.
Tommy John boys over here.
My underwear just got tighter.
Tommy John boys.
Fist, it just, I don't know.
Jealous?
Yeah.
I think somebody's just jealous.
No,
Yeah.
I just felt like you were rubbing
Here.
your balls together. So.
Cool. You enjoy your
Victoria's Secret lace G-string. High five.
enjoy your 3-in-a-pack underwear.
Yeah. Somebody's just jealous. He wants to be one of the Tommy John boys.
Yeah.
I'm bringing back the whale tail.
Yeah, Rafe and I are Vicky girls, okay? We go to Vicky's.
I bought some Victoria's Secret Angel body spray, and I got a whale tail right now.
Hell yeah.
I'm on a mission to make sure
Trust
every
me.
man is in high
The early odds are
quality,
back.
highest quality underwear. Take care of yourself. Take care of your boys.
I'm a sax man.
Sacks are good. They get a little itchy sometimes though. But I do
man.
I do like a
your
good
pers-
pair of
that's-
sacks.
That's your balls.
Are we gonna get off topic? What?
Just real fast on the underwear thing. I have King Scott socks, and I did not wear them today.
Oh,
What a bummer. Tomorrow.
you got his face on
I do.
some socks?
Yeah. For his wedding,
I did.
Tim bought
That's
socks.
hilarious. I forgot about
March
that.
28th of 2020.
Yeah.
We were both wearing King Scott socks
King Scott
during
socks.
your wedding, watching it on the YouTubes from our house.
Oh, I
That's
finally wore
awesome.
my Jeff Burton underwear
No, dude.
around the house on Sunday.
You did. Yeah.
Family did not like it.
Really?
Didn't like seeing Jeff's face
No.
on Daddy's package.
No. Because I'll walk around my
did not
house
like it.
with my underwear, just in my underwear.
You Winnie the Pooh it?
You do?
Yeah.
My man.
It's my house.
Listen, I understand. That's my dad's rule.
No shirt?
No shirt. If you have a problem with it, that's your problem. It's my house.
Get your own
Yeah,
house.
that's too.
Yeah.
That's too dad from Malcolm in the Middle for me. At least throw a shirt on.
No.
I can't really do that because I'm a stepdad. But
I like it when the kids are uncomfortable.
I support
Making
what you're doing
memories.
here.
I did wear my King Scott sock.
Oh.
Where? Yeah, one sock. Yeah.
All right.
He was for his
Thank
Chili
you.
Peppers cover band.
Yeah.
No, we had Jeff Burton boxers for Rizz Show Live, and I had been kind of hesitant to wear them because it's weird.
Nah.
And then
No,
you
it's
guys said,
not.
no, it's not weird.
It's not
So
weird.
Sunday, broke them out. They came up in the rotation.
I wear them to bed.
I
My husband has to see another man's face on my tush.
No way.
So that's cool.
I took my Sunday night shower, before work, before crawling into bed. I was like, let me just cruise around the house a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the fam thinks. Let's see if anybody notices first.
I wore them as my post-show undies at this last show. But you know what I realized? It doesn't have a hole. It doesn't have a fly.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, see, I don't notice that.
The Tommy Johns have the fly on the top.
Yeah.
I can't get over how great that is.
Do the Jeff?
They don't
No.
have
Mine don't have a fly, man.
that's upsetting.
It's
His mouth
quite
isn't
upsetting.
open.
It's an extra step.
I don't got to deal with that, so they're perfect.
So, my son, was like, Jeff's on your crotch. Yeah. And then I walked into my daughter's room,
Making the
and
round.
she's like, come on. I was like, is that Jeff?
Is that Uncle Jeff on
Is
your
that Uncle Jeff?
tush? That's great.
Oh yeah, I guess I hadn't seen it before. huh?
No. Is this the guy that was number 3 on our emergency contact list for a long time? Yes. Yes, it is. All right, back to what gets me excited now. No paragliding. I don't need to skydive anymore. Did that already. I'm more a simple kind of guy. This is how I get my rocks off. Slicing into a perfectly ripe avocado.
Get out of here.
Come on, man.
It's pretty cool.
Perfectly
All right,
flavored.
that
That gets
pretty
me
nice.
excited.
Yep.
Breaking out the old Instapot. Yep.
Instapot. Explain what was the Instapot again?
Rice?
It's basically a pressure cooker. Anyway,
Oh,
don't want to go into that.
Nice.
Organizing.
Love it.
You get me organizing? All right.
Throw stuff out.
What's the thing that goes in the nose to clear out your sinuses?
Neti pot?
Neti pot. Okay, that's what I keep thinking
Yeah.
you're saying when you say Instapot.
No. The Instapot is the pressure cooker.
Okay.
Alone time. Gets me excited. Sitting in silence, doing nothing. That's actually punishment to some kids. Not me. Paying bills. I'm all right with that.
Yep.
Let me see here. Going to the grocery store. I'm good with that.
You ever have
Good
to
with
take
that.
you ever have to take alone time sometime at the expense of awkwardness for the room? I almost did it this morning. I didn't have enough alone time before I came to work, and in the office, I almost picked up and came in here to do
I
my
wouldn't have
work
cared.
alone.
Would have been nice, actually.
And I was
get
worried. I was worried.
Don't look at me.
I'm looking at you. I was worried that you would be bummed.
Nah.
That would have
I
been
get that.
nice.
I have those days too where I'm like, I think I'm gonna go in the conference room and just kind of be with myself. Just
Oh, okay.
No.
Feel free.
Oh,
free.
sweet. Okay, well, if I just up and get up,
God, do us all a favor.
it has nothing to do with you guys.
All right. I like the disclaimer.
Does anybody get juiced up walking into a Costco? This guy.
That's how I am about Target. I went to Target last week, and guys, I think, what day was it? Like Friday? I went in there, and I just thought, I got no list. I'm going to go nuts in here. And I did, and it felt really good.
Does anybody get juiced up when they open up the fridge and go, aha, leftovers? Nope, okay.
It depends.
Anyway,
Every time.
Yeah.
I don't need to paraglide. I don't need to strap a fan to my back.
Okay. You do you, boo.
I'm gonna. It's all about, at this point, I think, preservation. It's all about preserving this.
There was a Upworthy had an article last night that I shared. It was people that are around 40 sharing things that they regret that they wish they would have done by 40. You know, it was a great list of just,
Like what?
you know, like not caring about what people think as much, taking care of your body. Like one of the guys that commented said, you know, it's cool if you can pick up your entire refrigerator with one arm and carry it into your house, but you will pay for that in, 15, 20 years or 5 years even. Little things like midlife.
Well, listen, Scott's 43 now.
Right.
It's time to start thinking about things.
Dang it. I
Time
gotta
to start thinking about.
Why start now?
Finally.
No, I've been thinking, and one of the
It
things
hurts.
I want to do for preserving myself is I think I'm going to invest in a motorcycle at some point in the near future.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready for that.
What are you gonna do with all that hair?
That's what I was thinking.
I got a
Big
helmet.
A new study,
ball.
speaking of health, a new study looked at the exact amount of time the average person should sit, stand, sleep, and exercise in a typical day. So the exact amount of time the average person should sit, stand, sleep, and exercise in a typical day. Now, the good news is you should feel free to spend a significant amount of time of your life, kicking back. which is good.
Really?
The bad news is most of us are well over the ideal number anyway.
We do a really good job with that.
So you should sleep for 8 hours and 20 minutes a day.
Okay.
But as little as 7.5 hours is all right. So 7.5 is all right. But 8 hours and 20 minutes of sleep a day is ideal. Sit for 6 hours. Even 7 might be fine. But if you watch a lot of Netflix and have a desk job, you're probably over that. Stand for 5 hours and 10 minutes. And that's just standing and walking around. It does not include time spent exercising. And 4 hours and 20 minutes engaged in some level of physical activity. Half should be light activity like walking or doing housework. The other half should be moderate to intense activity. So 2 hours and 10 minutes of actual exercise.
Nice.
Nowhere near any of that. Damn it.
Yeah, I need to
Damn it.
increase that.
I think the only person that I think gets all those numbers checked off that I know is my mother. Even at 80. I mean, she's exercising every day. She's
got a job, though.
She's got her routine.
She's retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she had a job, she was doing it even more. You know?
Well, she was a phys ed teacher.
So she was swimming,
Yeah.
running,
Damn it.
whistling.
Another thing that might be killing us, and if you're listening to my voice right now, traffic. If you're only listening to us, if you're only listening to us to drown out the sound of traffic, you're welcome, because we actually might be saving your life right now. So a new study found too much traffic noise can literally kill you. Probably not today, though. It's more of a gradual process, though. Researchers work with experts in Europe to see how the sound of traffic affects our health, and it's not good.
Wow.
The sound of
The
traffic?
sound of traffic. They say
They're a good band.
case closed. The sound of horns and engines causes significant stress, which leads to heart disease, strokes, and other issues long term. And commuting isn't the only time we're exposed to it. The bigger impact might come from sleeping in an area with heavy traffic, especially if it wakes you up. The added stress leads to more free radicals in your body. That means unstable atoms that could cause, damage to cells, causing illness and aging. And a lack of sleep could also cause inflammation, which causes high blood pressure. And they say cities should look at more ways to reduce noise pollution. Like, Rafe, you are pretty much the only city dweller here.
Indeed.
Like, is there the sound of traffic outside of your window?
I live in a neighborhood, but I had the window open last night, and there's definitely sounds. Like, there's a Latino family that lives down the street, and God bless them, they're fun. But they put speakers on the porch and blast, like, music. They're dancing in the lawn. They're having a great time. Wow. But sometimes when you got to get up and do radio.
Yeah. Oh, and they're going.
They're going hard. Or I'll hear like, well, they don't go super late, but that's the thing is like it's not an unreasonable hour. Like on Sunday, it was like 8 o'clock, between 8 and 10. But it's like that's when I should be sleeping. But
10 o'clock is unreasonable. On a Sunday?
Yeah. They were having a good time.
Oh, I'd be out there, waving my fist.
10 p.m.
On Sunday?
It was nice out, man. They were having a little porch party, drug the speakers out.
Yeah, the whole weekend.
You could hear it for blocks. It was like a block party. It was awesome.
10 o'clock on a
It's
Sunday,
not great for me. I just put on a podcast or something, drown it out. It's hard to sleep with the windows open, for sure. Because then it's like I hear my neighbor out there sweeping the alley. You can definitely hear people like flying down the street. So there is a downside. It's not the tranquility of the burbs, if
Right.
you will.
Sound of forest creatures.
That's what, in my area, even though we're right off of 170 and all that, you really can't even hear that. So, you hear all, like last night we heard frogs and all the critters out there singing and talking and all that, and it feels like you're just in the wild woods.
But yeah, you're in Overland.
Great.
That's why it's called Wildwood. You guys get to like fall asleep to the sound of your property values increasing, which is nice.
Yeah,
it is nice. Yeah,
I'm sure that lulls you into a nice little slumber every night.
Good.
It's like a warm blanket, Rafe.
Oh, I think our house just went 10,000 more over asking.
Yeah, nice. That puts me to sleep. That's fine. You guys see the video of that car crashing into the Gus's pretzel shop? We were watching that this morning. Poor Gus's. The day after National Pretzel Day, which was on Friday, some woman crashed into the side of Gus's Pretzels right there by the brewery. And the video, she don't stop. Like, it doesn't even look like she hit her brakes.
What happened? Like, what was going on with her?
She must hate Gus's.
I don't know. I mean, she's driving, and then boom, side of the building. And it's one of those old, brick. And she hit like the corner of the building. And they said they got to have engineers come in and see if the building's even structurally sound anymore. And she tried to take off. You watch in the video, she gets out of the driver's side, walks over to the passenger side, kind of roots around looking for whatever, and then just walks into the neighborhood.
Yeah, it looks like she grabbed something and then bye. She was arrested later and then taken to a hospital.
Yeah, I mean, it was during the day, so it wasn't at night. I mean, there were people around that came to, oh my God, when it was right across the street from a gas station.
Yeah.
And the gas station surveillance got it perfect, crystal clear on video.
I mean, center of the frame, like they were waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's even a flash of a brake light. So I think
I think
it was
Yeah, it did not even hit the brakes.
Almost like someone was just driving on the road and leaned over to pick up a water bottle or something on the floor of the passenger side and just veered.
That's scary.
Yeah, and people come walking over to see if she's all right, and she seems to be fine. She gets, again, out of the driver's seat, walks to the passenger seat, grabs whatever, and then just casually walks away.
I mean, dude, it's what was it, a Ford Focus or something, like 10-year-old Ford Focus? It's a wonder that people can survive this stuff so easily now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying everybody does, but we've lost relatives and friends in car accidents that didn't, don't seem to be that severe. I mean, hell, Dale Earnhardt, you know what I mean? Like when you see certain crashes, you're like, somebody could survive. And then you see something like that and you go, this person just took off.
Yeah, her car was on its nose at one point.
Did they say they didn't say she was drunk or anything, did they?
The only thing that I've read is that she was arrested shortly after she took off, fled the scene, arrested, later taken to the hospital.
You know, what do they say? That drunk people are more apt to survive a car crash because they're
loose.
Because they're loose.
Yeah.
They don't tighten up.
Yeah, knowing there's going to be an impact, a sober person would tighten up.
Right.
Somebody would tighten up, and I guess that's conducive to more injury.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I've always heard that. But I wonder, too, if that's something pilots, because, you'll hear a pilot like, yes, we have an engine just fell off our airplane, and they're so calm. I wonder if that's part of
training.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's part of that where it's like, it's the only way you have a chance to survive.
Jeremy says she must hate carbs.
Or bricks.
Carbs.
Oh, yeah.
It was a day after Pretzel Day, too, man. A National Pretzel Day.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. I wonder if that's why you're so resilient as a kid. Because you're all just, your arms and legs, you're all knees and elbows when you're like a little gangly kid. Because I fell out of trees. I had all kinds of stuff that I'd walk away relatively unscathed. Somebody put in the chat earlier. They used to jump off a train trestle and grab like tree branches and ride them down. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we did that. I remember, like, we used to stand on the train trestle, wait for the train to be coming as kids. Not advocating for this. And then, like, it was a movie, and then, like, run and jump off the trestle, like, over the creek and onto, like, a creek bank across. This was probably like had to be like a 10, 12-foot drop onto just, like, the hard ground and then just do a commando roll and pop up.
Yeah.
If I did that right now, my knees would explode.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Maybe it was a competitor. Maybe it was Annie Ann. Maybe it was a competitor.
Trying to take Gus's out.
You're saying this is
Ann.
some pretzel terrorism?
Maybe it was Annie Ann driving a Ford Focus. I don't know what
Teamed up
Annie
at
Ann.
Wetzel's Pretzels.
I could see her driving. That's what she would drive.
It was Wetzel and Annie.
All right,
Annie
Miss
Ann
Wetzel, we're going to have to ask you to get out of your car.
taking Gus's out. The reign of Gus's ends today. No, somebody said they were open yesterday, which is good.
Oh,
But,
good.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, that side of the building's all, man, it's trashed. That sucks.
Yeah.
You were jumping over the trains, Rafe?
Not over the trains, like they would be coming on the tracks. We'd be up on the tracks where the trestle would like go over a big creek bank.
Like a lean on me? Not lean on me.
Kinda. Not like necessarily a bridge like that, but it would be like the kind that was concrete and then had two like big tubes that you could walk through. You know what I mean? Like the big circular drainage tubes that would go under the creek would go under and they'd be like half full and we would go through those and wade through them as kids and like walk through the creek. It'd be like, you know, thigh deep water.
Yeah,
Everything was about turning everything into a ramp. When the creek bank would be dry, we try to turn it into like a white trash half pipe and ride our BMXs through it. And like the first few guys through, to get the dirt packed down like you needed it, there's going to be some fallout. There was going to be some collateral damage.
Well, and you know, as a kid, when you jump off something high, your legs, you know, are like shock absorbers.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like the whole theory of drunk people being loose. Like that's kind of when you're a kid. You're
No
just
fear.
Like,
Yeah.
well, you don't even know what you're doing yet. Like you know to be afraid of impact when you get older, so you tighten up. You know, you get awkward. But when you're a little kid, you're just like you're like a little sugar glider, like a little spider monkey, just jumping off stuff. Or when I fell, you're falling out of a tree, you don't have control over your body yet. You're just
falling. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you're like one of those dancing dudes in front of a car lot. Like you're just falling.
Let's see what happens. You're fine. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I just, you know, I had heard that for a long time. Like that's why, you know, drunk people don't get hurt because they're not tensed up as if somebody who are sober. Speaking of driving, would you have any idea of how many miles the average American driver drives a year?
Well, thinking about the lease restrictions, leases are usually, 10,000 a year?
10,000, 15,000?
The average American is upwards of 12. But now, these last couple of years with the hybrid office hours, maybe it's lowered. Ooh. I'm gonna say 12 still.
12,000. Would you have any idea?
Like 10,000? I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about the mileage on my car, you know. I don't know. 10,000 miles?
5-10. No, it's way low.
Is it? I don't know.
Any idea?
It's got to be 15.
Because so Scott says 15.
The average?
The average American.
Man, that's hard because some people don't drive at all. I'm going to be off because I drive so much, but I would say 20 to 25.
All right, you're too high. Scott's pretty much got it. The average American drives 14,263 miles a year.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
So
like
do you
the
think
highest
you're
lease.
Do you think you're over or under that?
I'm now under. Used to be so over. and
I'm
now
over.
under. Well, I used to have to drive the kids to a high school that was much further. And that was 2 hours a day. I was driving 180 miles a day on the light days.
As far as states go, we are here in Missouri. We drive fourth most.
Yeah.
Out of anybody in America, Missouri people drive fourth most. Number one is Wyoming. The average person in Wyoming drives over 24,000 miles a year.
That makes sense. We don't use public transportation a lot as citizens in St. Louis. I mean,
We
because we
don't.
all have cars.
And the majority of people that work downtown don't live downtown anymore.
Right. So that makes
Yeah,
sense.
we're a suburb. Well, also, this is Missouri, so throw Kansas City in there.
Yeah.
Throw rural
The-
Missouri as well. Mississippi's next, New Mexico, then Missouri. We drive an average of 18,521 miles a year.
Holy cow, man.
18,521 miles a year.
Yeah.
Which needs to be thought of. That needs to go into the overall view of the spectrum of the cost of living. We love to talk about how cheap it is, and it is. Like our housing is cheaper, and these things are cheaper.
We have
but like
great gas prices, too.
for sure. But if you're going to move here for that, and you're going to have an hour or 2 hours a day, or more or something, you got to math that stuff out, man.
That makes sense for oil changes, too. I mean, I feel like I'm getting oil changes all the damn time. Like every 3,000 miles, is that still the rule?
I mean, probably 5,000.
Yeah, it depends on the car. You got a foreign car, yeah? You don't have to.
I have an Acura.
Yeah.
It's a nice car.
I think it
But
takes a
I
while.
feel like I'm going all the time. Like to get
Really?
like they put the sticker on the dashboard or on the windshield, and I feel like I hit that. I'm always over it,
It's
I'm
always
always
a
getting
fresh,
oil changes.
Always a fresh sticker.
Yeah.
That's why I can't get a lease. I drive too much. We go into between comedy and like adventures, like driving.
You're driving all over the place.
Yeah, I would get so screwed on a lease because I think the highest lease you can buy is what 18. I don't know if it's that high. It might be 15.
Yeah, they do 10,000, 13,000, 15,000. You get a lease for whatever.
No, there's a limit.
Is there?
Yeah, because I looked. I think it was like 18. It was like the highest. You had to pay a lot extra for that, and then it was just the mileage after is just crazy. And I'm like, man, you put.
Well, it's like 25 cents a mile.
Yeah, it's something. It's
Over.
pretty wild.
I thought
to
there were
where
deals where you could do unlimited.
I don't think so, man. If there are, I couldn't find any.
I mean, you're going to pay for it, I think, but
I think if you just to buy the car.
In Illinois, you drive 12,581 miles a year. Now, the states where people drive the least, Rhode Island, are under 10,000 miles. New York, 10,167 miles a year. Washington, 10,949 miles a year. Alaska, 11,111 miles. And you could fit 430 Rhode Islands into Alaska. And it's wild that their drivers average similar mileage per year.
Yeah, you think it would be like Wyoming, where town is 8 million miles away.
There are 8.7 million miles of roadways in the U.S. Men drive, on average, 6,000 more miles per year than women. And Americans drive 3.2 trillion miles a year. That's 5,000 round trips to the moon. So those are the stats. So get out there and sit in traffic and kill yourselves, because that's what's
What?
happening. That's what's happening.
They do high mileage leases in Wyoming. Makes sense. Just looked it up. They get longest commute, right? Didn't they the longest one?
Yeah. Because, just over 24,000 miles. Nothing's near anything.
Yeah. They said you pay for it, though. It's like 100,000 miles over 3 years, whatever that comes out to. 33,000 a year.
Hey, before we move on, and man, a bunch of people sent this to us on the emails and the instant feedback. The RFT had a pretty funny slideshow. Mm-hmm. Did you see this? Mm-mm. The worst decisions you could make in St. Louis.
Okay. Going to the Brentwood Promenade.
Yes, that's on there.
Is it? Yeah, good.
And it's funny. This is from Jamie Lee's. This was posted on Friday, and she writes, "Everybody tells you what you should do in St. Louis. Visit the City Museum. You got to go to Ted Drew's. But nobody tells you what you should avoid. Here are the don'ts when it comes to St. Louis.
Hit me.
Number 1, don't ignore your tuck pointing situation. Your red brick house will crumble. Okay? Don't ever go to the east side after the bars close in St. Louis. Nothing good happens after 3 a.m. And it's a picture of Pops.
I'm going to push back on that one because I've had some really good 3 a.m. times at Pops. I'm just going to say.
Or in the surrounding strip clubs.
Yes.
It's been a long time since I've had a late night jaunt to the east side. I think now if it's ever brought up, nah. Rafe, what was the last time you went to the east side late at night? Probably last week, this guy.
Yeah, last night. I'm pretty tuckered up. I don't know. It's been a while. I think I went with a comedian a year or so ago. I got a buddy that goes all the time. It's like another comedian that's just like he's living his
Like to either one of the strip clubs?
Yeah, he hit me. He was at the casino the other night and hit me and Tina up and was like, strippies?
Strippies.
He tried to make it sound more appealing.
Yeah.
And he's like, strippies? Question mark. And I'm like, it's like Sunday night. And I go, I have radio at 6 a.m., dude. He goes, well, it's only 10. And I'm like,
man,
we're living wildly different lives, brother.
Come on, a couple hours over there. Bring some singles. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I've been over there. It's definitely a young person's game, but every once in a while, I'll still go cosplay. I'll cosplay at Pops.
Things not to do in St. Louis, according to the RFT, going to the Brentwood Promenade for anything. Said it's just not worth it.
Yeah, the only thing that's worth it is you got to plan the hours and you go to Micro Center and you park.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So Brentwood Promenade, and that is where the Target is over there.
There's
the
a
World
Trader
Market's
Joe's,
over there.
World
Trader
Market.
Market.
All my favorite stores are there.
It is the place that is supposed to be the worst as far as parking lot goes and traffic in and out of the place. And it's been that way for years.
Yeah.
Why have they not fixed it? Why have they not figured it out?
What's the issue?
I mean, it's just
it's like that parking lot is Thunderdome.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's annoying, but I don't know, it just feels like you're finally in an actual city, which St. Louis is. So you're like, oh, this makes sense that we have areas like this.
I agree with you, Scott, because when I lived in Maplewood, that was my Target. That was my World Market. So I had to go to Brentwood Promenade to get everything. And you just felt like you were part of the city when you went there, and it is so chaotic, and you just wanted to get in and get out. I don't know. It's I like it because it's famous in St. Louis now.
Yeah, there are people getting out of parking spots, it's cars everywhere. It's a sense of chaos.
Yeah. But whenever I need that fix of being in a big city, that's
where you go.
Yeah. I'm like, it feels good.
Never eat a slinger when you're not actually drunk. Okay.
Hard pushback on that.
I don't think I've ever had a slinger
sober,
like just ordering it for breakfast.
You're missing out, dude. Get you a little slinger at Uncle Bill's. All good. All gravy. Literally. It's great.
That's a stick to your ribs kind of breakfast.
It is.
Have you ever had a slinger? Have you actually had one?
I don't know. Explain.
I think so.
Eggs. Let me see. Get it right. Eggs, 2 hamburger patties.
Mm-hmm. Usually over hash
chili,
browns.
right?
Over hash browns, chili on top.
No.
Cheese on raw white onion.
Or it's a breakfast slinger. You get like breakfast potatoes or hash browns and 2 sausage patties, and it's white gravy.
Oh, man.
They got breakfast slingers. That's where my heart is. My heart's in the breakfast slinger.
It's all too heavy for me.
Well,
Or it's stopping because of the breakfast slinger.
well, you're missing out. Every once in a while, you got to get one.
Just to clean out your colon, if that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Never wear a Cubs jersey on game day. You might get your face rearranged. I don't know. Do people really do that anymore?
What? Where?
Fight people because they're wearing Cubs jerseys?
No,
I think it's settled down.
Even back in the day, I remember one night there was a Cubs-Cardinals game, and then I was down in what's that area? Laclede's Landing. Anyways, and there was a ton of Cubs fans walking around, and everyone was like laughing, having a good time, and they're all, like they'd bicker, pretend bicker.
Yeah,
but it's more of like they're like, I love your team, blah blah, this and that.
It's been a lot more fun than the Blues Blackhawks thing. Although the Blackhawks are garbage now, so it's not that big a deal. But man, it was like that was the real danger.
Well, it was Blues Red Wings first, wasn't it?
Yeah, that happened throughout the
When they were in
90s.
the same division.
But when I was a kid and I went to a couple Blues Blackhawks games, I saw a guy get like thrown over an escalator, like an escalator thing. Like people were always, every fight that I saw that happened downtown was at a Blues Blackhawks game.
I did my first time taking the Metrolink down. I used to take the Metrolink every day to work when I lived in the Central West End, and the radio station was at Union Station. The first time I went, it was a day game, Cardinals Cubs at Busch. Everybody on that train was in red except for one guy. You saw a blue Cubs hat and shirt. Got on with me, was ejected from the train by Cardinal fans the
No
next
way.
stop. Oh, yeah, they
Really?
physically took him off the train.
I feel like the baseball rivalry now.
This
has
is
come-
03.
Now it's just fun.
This was
Yeah.
20 years ago. Never own a Kia or a Hyundai. You won't be owning it for too long on these streets.
Didn't they fix that recently?
Yeah, they're doing the...
I saw something about the Kias.
Yeah, they're doing some kind of upgrade.
Yeah, there's some initiative
Anti-theft thing.
that they're really working hard on reversing that stigma.
Oops.
Never park on a state street with your valuables displayed in your car.
That's a great one.
okay.
That
Come
should
on,
be
you're smarter than that.
That should be
The
number
state
one.
Streets. That was like one of the golden rules, like moving to St. Louis from Illinois. It was like, hey, you live on a state street, don't put anything valuable in your car. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
And that's
not at all.
true. Like I had girlfriends that lived on state streets and get the cars broken into all the time.
Yeah, it's almost like unless it's going to rain, just keep your windows down.
Well, that's what I was
Nothing
always
in
told
there.
to avoid with the state streets. Those are the bad streets. High
But
crime.
not everywhere. That's tricky. There's like good parts of the state streets. You just got to know where they are. There's good pockets of Utah.
Well, you shouldn't keep your valuables out anywhere.
True.
Not just state streets, you dopes. Never go to the City Museum without knee pads as an adult. You will need surgery.
Have you ever seen anybody with knee pads there? That seems genius, but I'm not sure. I would
come
do that.
on, no.
I like that idea.
I think I might do that.
Never drive west on Highway 40 at rush hour.
True.
Never go to Bar Napoli expecting to find reasonably priced drinks. You have miscalculated. Never flip somebody off who's cut you off in traffic. You will get a gun pulled on you. Dum-dum. Never buy property near the River de Pear. You can't trust that thing. Never go up in the Gateway Arch in July. Peak summer is not the time to deal with those little hot elevators.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Never go downtown for an event without a parking plan. I've been saying this for years.
True.
Thank you, RFT. You got to know where you're going to ditch your car. Never go to an IKEA or go to the IKEA on Saturday morning. Seriously, why do you hate yourself? Let me see here.
I forget sometimes that we have IKEA. And then when I remember, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? There's an IKEA hack on Saturday morning. A lot of college kids go down there for breakfast because it's so cheap.
Yep.
Like if you go to their cafeteria, it's just filled with like SLU students.
Yeah, it's like $4 for like
Good hack.
Yeah, and their coffee's really
A
good.
cinnamon roll.
It's-
And if you have
it's
kids, it's Saturday and you're out and about running errands, pop in IKEA, probably feed the whole family for like $12.
For real.
Never store your valuables in your 100-year-old basement. That jerk's going to flood when you least expect it.
That's true.
Oh, dude,
Or stink.
our buddy just got a new house like, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. He just had his second basement flood.
Well, you know, when your house is
The
built in
worst.
1911, yeah, that's going to happen.
Such a bummer.
Be smart, guys. Yeah, that was, and there's more on the RFT. You can check it out on their Riverfront Times
pallets.
website.
You know, like the little wood pallets.
Yeah, the elevate stuff.
I put those down in the basement and when I moved in with Tina and put all my stuff up on pallets. So if you at least got a little bit of leeway. Our problem is now it's got that basement smell. And I'm afraid it's gotten into everything.
Oh, yeah, must.
Yeah.
That musty,
I'm probably going to have to either air 'em
mildewy
out.
smell, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's, again,
I
you
have
got
the
an old,
air filters running like crazy in my
you got an
basement.
old house, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, that's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud partner of the St. Louis Battlehawks. Find all the cacaws at hotshotsnet.com. From Washington, Missouri, John Mattis is our team representative. John has been a fan of the Rizz Show for many years, has met each member of the show at different Rizz Show events. Never misses a show, loves everything about it, especially the beginning where we're just chit-chatting about, different things. Loves matchup with Moon, loves Rafe's in memoriam, loves both Rizz and Lern's laughs, King Scott's cheesy one-liners, and misses Jeff's presence always. John Mattis from Washington is our Team Rizz member of the day. Gets a super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/it's King Scott's birthday.
Hey.
All right, 7:08, Crowd on Celebrities after the break. First look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival, the Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Delays 70 eastbound between Missouri A and Missouri K out in O'Fallon. Average speed about 30 miles an hour. Your point forecast, patchy fog, then sun, high of 83. Right now it's 55 at the Point Studio.
All right, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails. RizzShow 1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback to the 1057 The Point mobile app. All right, today is April the 30th. May 1st tomorrow. Back in the day, 235 years ago, 1789, George Washington, that guy, inaugurated as the first president of the United States of America. 221 years ago, in 1803, France sold the U.S. all the land from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains. Massive real estate deal known as the Louisiana Purchase. Cost $15 million, about 4 cents an acre.
Wow.
41 years ago, 1983, Michael Jackson's single Beat It hit #1. That same day, blues musician Muddy Waters dies of heart failure at the age of 70. 32 years ago, 1992, the final episode of The Cosby Show airs after 8 seasons. 44 million people watched. 31 years ago, 1993, Monica Seles, the tennis player, stabbed in the back with a boning knife during a tennis match in Hamburg, Germany.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that stalker sitch.
Do you remember what it was about, though?
No, I don't.
So, and the video, you could see she's almost walking around with a knife in her back.
Yeah.
So the attacker was an obsessed fan of Steffi Graf, whom Monica recently beat at the Australian Open. And Monica Seles didn't play professional tennis again for almost 3 years.
Golly.
27 years ago, 1997, the coming out episode of Ellen DeGeneres, that sitcom Ellen, that aired on ABC. And 16 years ago in 2008, after only dating for 6 weeks, Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon got married in the Bahamas. And they live happily ever after.
No, they didn't.
All 9 of their kids were in attendance.
And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we start with Britney Spears is, quote, completely dysfunctional and in, quote, serious danger, a source tells TMZ. According to insiders with the pop star, she has no supervision, has radical mood swings that have been shocking since her conservatorship ended. She's also been spending her fortune and is in real danger of going broke.
How do all you Free Britney people feel now?
I was thinking about that too, but not in that way. I was thinking like, what needs to happen now? Because yes, we let her now have full reign over her wealth and her life again, and that looks to be like it might not be working out.
From what I read, all the people in Britney's life, were like, hey, the dad gave her freedom, kind of kept her under control.
Yeah.
And now all you Free Britney people, you got what you wanted.
And now what?
And now what?
And they've all left her side. They're not there now.
No. I think she's got plenty of people on her side. Like I was listening to a podcast. I've been getting into the Call Her Daddy podcast, which I'm there for the interviews. It's really good. And Paris Hilton was one of the guests on in the last, month. And she has celebrities that understand her, that are with her. So even though, like, I know she's not getting married, but somebody like Paris Hilton, who has fame, has had to, deal with the people, the normal people hating you and judging you and stuff. I feel like she's got people in her life, but I want somebody to come through and actually and intervene with her.
They said she flies to all these exotic locations, private jet wise,
right?
Spending millions of dollars just on vacations.
It's wild. And she might go broke, which is really sad.
She might go broke.
And she's not working. She doesn't do her Vegas show anymore or anything like that. So what exactly is she doing? Is she just deteriorating as a famous person and we're all just sitting back and letting it happen?
She may not be on her medications.
Right.
She's somebody that needs somebody to look after her.
Yeah,
Doctor.
There's a Hollywood psychiatrist named Dr. Charles Sophie who tells TMZ a new conservatorship and a ton of medication might be the thing that needs to happen here. He also says that Britney is most likely not taking her medication, adds that he'd force her to take them if she was his patient. In his opinion, Britney is on a path to self-destruction.
So all you Free Britney people who obviously did not understand what the real situation was, now look.
Yeah, what do we do now?
Yeah, I do think the majority of those folks, it was just an internet trend to them. Like, they didn't follow up. You don't see anything anymore.
No.
I don't see anything. It was everywhere, and I see nothing.
Now she's losing it.
There's a lot of Homer Simpson going back into the bushes kind of thing. Like, ooh, God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Well, similar to what's his face, Richard Simmons, who kind of was losing it on his own, but he's got people around him that are protecting him, right? I feel like
Richard
she needs
Simmons.
somebody around her.
We don't really know anything about Richard Simmons.
But that's
he just
what I
stopped
mean.
being.
Those are just rumors.
He just didn't want to be famous anymore.
But don't you feel like he kind of lost it too? And like
No,
his people are
about
protecting him from going and like making a fool of himself?
The rumor was that his like housekeeper was this evil woman that was stealing his money and keeping him hostage, and that wound up pretty much not being the case. He just doesn't want to be in the spotlight anymore.
I don't know what needs to happen with Britney. I feel bad for her because she obviously has some mental illness going on, and I don't think it's nice to like exploit that and be calling her out on that. But she does need help, and I hope she gets the help.
She keeps posting really strange stuff on social media.
I know.
It'd be wonderful if her team, like her management or whoever, could just come in and say, "Hey, want to keep you.
We want to keep you around."
Yeah.
Slipknot announced that Knotfest is going to return to their hometown of Des Moines, Iowa on September 21st. It is one night only. It's the 25th anniversary of the event at Waterworks Park. Rammstein's frontman Till Lindemann's going to be there, Knocked Loose, Hatebreed, Poison the Well, Guar, many others. There's a pre-sale happening now, and we'll have info for you if you want to make that road trip at 1057thepoint.com. Kathleen Hanna, best known as the singer for the punk band Bikini Kill, has a memoir coming out titled Rebel Girl. In a passage by Rolling Stone, she tells the story of her infatuation with Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys.
Was she not the inspiration for the Smells Like Teen Spirit name?
You would know that more than I would. Is that true?
Look that
up. She's going to go on a book tour. It's going to start in Brooklyn on the release date, May 14th. And then she's going to be interviewed by Amy Poehler in West Hollywood on May 20th, which is pretty cool. So if you like memoirs, you want to hear about the love story of she and Ad Rock getting married in 2006, you love Riot Girls, you might want to check that out. Billy Joel serenaded his ex-wife, Christy Brinkley. Is it? Are you right about
One
that?
night, Kurt Cobain and the singer of the band Bikini Kill, Kathleen Hanna, were out for a night of heavy drinking that ended up in a motel room where Kurt fell asleep. While Kurt was sleeping, Kathleen grabbed a Sharpie and wrote, "Kurt smells like Teen Spirit" over the wall of the motel.
That's great.
Wow.
Teen Spirit being the deodorant.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And there it is.
Billy Joel serenaded his ex-wife, Christy Brinkley, during his New York City concert at Madison Square Garden on Friday night. The former supermodel was all smiles while he sang Uptown Girl, which he wrote about her at the start of the romance.
What a loser.
In the early 80s. Here's a little piece of that. This is what that sounded like.
Okay, now, again, I don't think that song is about her. It's about another supermodel he was dating.
He went on to say that it used to be called Uptown Girls, and he renamed it Uptown Girl and does dedicate it to Christy.
She was in the video, but he was dating. Just think of what that dude looks like.
I know.
Little short guy from Long Island. Pulling, I mean,
All the
A
babes.
plus tail.
Well, he went on to marry Christy Brinkley. They have a daughter together, and yeah, I don't know how he did it.
Just gives everybody hope.
They fell in love with his soul, though, not his looks.
Money helped too, I bet.
Don't quit playing piano there, kids.
I'm marrying supermodels and I'm parking cars in people's living rooms. Get at me.
Greta Van Fleet guitarist Jake Kiska has a new band called Mirador, and he sings in it. They performed recently here in St. Louis at the show. What was that, last week?
He was dating Elle McPherson.
Yeah.
Okay, when he wrote that song.
He was a rock star.
And then went on to marry Christy Brinkley.
You're acting like Billy Joel is the anomaly here. Think of all of the rock stars that are not good looking. Mick Jagger is not good looking. And he married like 10 gorgeous women and had babies with them all.
And so, yeah, Billy Joel had originally titled the song Uptown Girls, like you said, and was conceived on an occasion when he was surrounded by Christy Brinkley, Whitney Houston, and his then girlfriend, Elle McPherson. Jeez. It was originally written about his relationship with Elle McPherson, but it ended up also becoming a song about Christy Brinkley, who then
stepped in,
starred in the video of it. These are the biggest supermodels of the 80s.
Yeah, man.
They loved him. He's fun, funny, writes songs, famous. What else do you want? I mean, we can deal with those.
She's still one of the most beautiful people on the planet.
Elle McPherson?
No, well, maybe, but
Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley.
Well, the video too, which we'll put up on the blog, is so cute because she's like front row at Madison Square Garden. Her ex-husband's up there singing about her, and she's loving it. It's just so sweet. They got a daughter.
Yeah,
so
she's had a couple interesting marriages. After Billy Joel, she married some other guy who was addicted to like online porn.
Okay.
And was spending like exorbitant amounts of money.
Whoa.
On online pornography. It just goes to show you, man. One of the hottest women on the planet. You're still going to the internet?
I know. They're just like us.
They're just like us, guys.
Yeah, he gets that whole Gus's pretzel situation because he's done it.
Lenny Kravitz has teamed up with Ray-Ban to drop some limited edition eyewear, 7 different styles in Kravitz's Reverse collection. They come in various colors, ranging from $200 to $600. The most expensive pair, though, these gold aviators, already sold out. So I hate to tell you.
I'm watching a show about aliens right now, and there's a lot of talk about what they understand of us and what they don't. And if we want to confuse them, we just send them this picture right here.
A Billy Joel from the 80s, looking like just a troll, like he lives under a bridge.
And then, and
then one of the most gorgeous women ever created.
If the aliens are convinced that we make as much sense as they do, and we're like, no, we're kind of strange. Sometimes we don't make sense. But here, look at this.
Jerry Seinfeld says political correctness shouldn't be a problem for comedians if they're smart enough to navigate around it. He seems to mostly be talking about TV comedy, saying there's no sitcoms picked up on the fall season of all 4 networks, not one, no new sitcoms. And he says it's because networks would rather not do comedy than risk offending someone. He says doing stand-up, you get away with it more because we aren't policed by anyone. The audience polices us. We know when we're off track. We know instantly, and we adjust to it instantly.
He kind of is right. I read the whole statement and what he exactly
Did you read
said.
both of the different publications interviews?
Yes. And one, he says, back in the 80s and 90s when we were growing up, we used to all sit around the TV and watch Cheers or watch Seinfeld or watch Friends, and it was must-watch comedy sitcoms.
Yeah, must-watch
Roseanne.
TV.
And that's not a thing really anymore. Mm-hmm. And then he goes on to say, you can't make, and he brings up the Kramer and Newman get rickshaws episode of Seinfeld. He says that would never be, and they get homeless people to pull the rickshaws because Kramer's like, they're outside anyway.
Right.
He says something like that couldn't
today.
be on anymore. Although I show you It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sure.
Probably one of the most irreverent shows still being made.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows is another one that's up there.
Those are also a part of that pendulum, though. I think one of the things that does so well for that Philly show is the fact that it's so different because nobody else is trying to touch it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the draw. That's what everybody says. Like, oh my gosh, they're so irreverent, which makes them so different.
Right.
Yeah.
So that
Which makes them stand out.
It's part of the pendulum.
I love Seinfeld, but can be coming out of touch billionaire pretty quick too.
I know
Somebody posted this statement would be really embarrassing if the other co-creator of Seinfeld just wrapped up a 12-season run where he said the most outlandish and politically incorrect things ever. Thank God that didn't happen.
Okay, yeah, I get that. It's,
there are plenty of anomalies, but I think he's talking about it as a whole. I think he's talking about it as an industry.
Yes, and there's there is something to be said about the times of being around as a whole family sitting on the couch watching those.
Yeah.
Sure.
Watching those shows. Instead, now it's 24-hour news. You know, somebody's either glued to MSNBC or Fox News, and their mind's getting warped.
Yeah.
It's just constant negative. There's nothing to take your mind off stuff anymore.
Well, there is, but you got to go find it.
You got to go find it.
And it's not on network TV.
And there's
like
so
that.
many things that now, you know, will lead you down a dark path. Your phone, your tablet.
Get off my lawn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I wish it wasn't this way. I wish you didn't have to just say all what you just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. Hey, if you saw Conan O'Brien chug hot sauce on Hot Ones, you're probably wondering how his stomach held up. I haven't watched this yet, but I will when I get home.
So funny.
On the latest episode of his podcast, Conan joked that he found a construction site and was able to weld steel with the fire that was inside of him, saying, quote, people were driving by saying Conan O'Brien's pants were around his ankles, and I think fire is shooting out of his ass, and he's welding a building. He also said that he could be an X-Man and that his name would be Assweld, and he'd wear a bandolier of hot sauces. But all joking aside, Conan says after filming Hot Ones, he had incredibly runny eyes, a sore mouth, and a burning wedding ring from the hot sauce getting underneath his stomach.
I watched clips of it. He was funny on there.
I love
Dude,
him.
He's
Killed
incredible on that.
Here's a little bit from that interview, him talking about writing for SNL.
They had like a covering over his desk to protect it. Our studios were at 9. He was in 6A, which is the studio I eventually took over, but I didn't know that was going to happen. And I would sit at Dave's desk, and I had Dave's perspective, and I would sit there and I would work on a sketch. And then this crazy situation develops, 1 in a billion chance where I get a chance to audition for that show and then get it. But if you had told me that when I was sitting behind Dave's desk as a Saturday Night Live writer, I'd have said there's no way.
Talking
Well,
about
that's a cool
David
story.
Letterman. Yeah. Peacock's streaming service is going to increase monthly prices on the Premium and Premium Plus tiers by $2 starting on July 18th for new customers. This is all corresponding with the NBC Universal's coverage of the Olympics starting on July 26th. So current subscribers will see that change on our bills in August. So the increases for the Premium and Premium Plus tiers to $7.99 and $13.99 per month will start taking effect on July 18th for new customers. The first trailer for Mufasa, The Lion King, was released by Disney yesterday. Did you see this?
No,
No?
I did not.
It's going to be a musical and origin story of Simba's dad, Mufasa.
Sweet.
And it's the official follow-up to The Lion King. Beyonce and her daughter, Blue Ivy, will also lend their voices to the cast again. And finally, we're new metal fans in this room.
Sure.
And people on Reddit are debating who the big four of new metal are. And
So if you were to make a Mount Rushmore of new metal bands,
yes.
who would you place on that Mount Rushmore? Now, what defines new metal? What is new metal?
Yeah, because there's a few bands that I know will be number 1 and number 2 that I'm not 100% convinced are new metal, but if you insist that they are, then I'm willing.
That's where I'm at.
Subgenre of alternative metal that blends heavy metal with other genres like hip-hop, funk, alternative rock, grunge, and industrial music.
I just feel like the word metal is misrepresented here, and that's what kind of divides me. But I will admit that if you want to make an argument that Linkin Park is new metal, then fine, they're number 1.
Yeah.
What's your four?
Well, I have to start with Korn. I'm not saying I'm the biggest Korn fan, but I think as far as new metal and just the shift in alternative music, had Korn not been what Korn was, I just don't think we'd be talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be talking about new metal
I
like
agree
we
with that.
do. So Korn, I think, is supposed to be number 1, although Linkin Park deserves number 1 if they're going to be put in there. I honestly don't think Rage is new metal, but if you're going to make an
throw it in
argument,
there.
if you're going to make an argument, then they have to be on my Mount Rushmore because it's my favorite band. And then I'm going to say this: I think latecomer Papa Roach
Oh, wow.
has to be considered a top 4 for new metal, even though Limp Bizkit deserves to be there. So for me, it's Korn, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, and Papa Roach.
Yeah.
Even though Rage, it's a 5 for me. It's a 5 Rushmore with those 5.
Yeah.
For me, Rage, Korn. I'm going to throw System of a Down in there.
I understand that. I just don't understand System of a Down like I'm supposed to. I know the singles, but I didn't get into it.
Rage, Korn, System of a Down. Ooh, man. Do I throw... For me, I'm going to throw Limp Bizkit in there.
Yeah, I am too. Limp Bizkit.
They had a cultural impact.
They
100%.
did.
Lern's going to say the one
100%.
I'm going to say.
Limp Bizkit, Deftones, Rage Against the Machine, and I'm also going Korn with you.
Yeah,
That's my
Deftones.
four.
I love the Deftones, but
Deftones,
they
I
were
think,
more kind of underground.
is number 6 for me.
They kind of changed my ears, though, for music.
My favorite of all of them besides Rage is Deftones, hands down. But Papa Roach is just like
You're right. That's not
still
a bad
a
one.
force. They're
Oh, yeah,
still a
they're
force,
great.
and even though they're kind of chameleon-y, you know, with like the ballads and the whatever to survive and do this for a couple decades, I still think
Dude, throw on the song Scars, man. That's a great tune.
it's not new metal, but yeah, I think they're one of the few bands that's still making new metal.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, Rafe, let's hear your new metal.
Yeah,
Mount
as an
Rushmore.
expert in new metal, I would say Slipknot,
Yeah, that's
Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton,
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings, and Blues Clues.
Nice. Birthday boy, what you got?
Well, I guess I'm going to go with the classic. But yeah, Deftones is numero uno for me. And then Limp Bizkit would be up there. That $3 Bills Y'all album. I'm going to throw POD in there for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they deserve it. And shoot, I guess Linkin Park. I'll
There you
put that
go.
on there.
yeah.
Well, this-
Ranker's got them listed as like top 5. So this is from Ranker.com. Korn, Slipknot, System of a Down, Linkin Park, Deftones.
Nice.
Slipknot is not new metal. That's a metal band.
Well, they're on
Yes,
this list
actual
as
metal.
well. So Reddit, this is the people chiming in.
Right.
Top 10 new metal. Number 10, Rage Against the Machine. Number 9, Evanescence. 8, Drowning Pool. 7, Disturbed.
Drowning Pool.
6,
We can't be serious.
Mudvayne.
They had a hit.
5, Static X. 4, Slipknot. 3, Linkin Park. 2, Deftones. And the number 1 new metal band of all time, according to Reddit and the people, is System of a Down.
POD is not mentioned, and we're talking about Drowning Pool. You gotta be kidding me.
POD
They
just
had
dropped-
one verse and a chorus. It's not even a full song.
And they just put a new single out that's actually really good. Just a couple weeks ago.
POD, you mean?
Yeah, I mean they keep putting out stuff. It's
Yeah, there's for Slipknot, there's arguments for and against.
That's fine, and I'm not going to argue with that, but I will argue with Drowning Pool.
That's why I can't give you anything. I still can't put my finger on what is new metal.
Yeah, you like Limp Bizkit, right?
Yeah,
Korn?
like Korn. Korn had its time in my high school days.
Oh, who said they're going to be out of Oh, you're going to be out of town for the Limp Bizkit show.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Corey Feldman show with Limp Bizkit playing.
That's right.
Dude, are you Drowning Pool? There are so many. Let's think of other ones that are before Drowning Pool, like Head PE, for God's sakes. I mean, there's like 55 bands you can. Oh, that's crazy.
Oops.
Crazy talk.
You're up.
Crazy talk. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Travis Scott, 2
El
first
Crazy
names.
Town.
Crazy Town.
that's Yeah.
El Crazy
Shifty
Town.
Hills.
Right.
Get the hell
Come
out of
on,
here.
dude.
number one.
And Sugar Ray had cultural impact.
Dang, you're right.
Travis Scott is 33. Gal Gadot is 39. Kirsten Dunst is 42. Johnny Galecki is 49. Jeff Timmons. Do you know who that is?
Jeff Timmons.
You always know these musicians' names and stuff.
It's
Jeff
Richard Timmons'
Timmons.
brother.
Old Jeffy Timmons.
Give me a hint.
He's 51. That's your
Give
hint.
me a hint.
Is he the flute player? In
No,
Static
there's
X?
a number in his band's name. You're not going to get this, dude.
Maroon 5.
If you do, I'll give you
Ben
$5.
Sevenfold.
No, Jeff
Seven Mary
Timmons.
3.
You don't know this. If you know this, the whole audience
Go.
will be mind blown.
Go.
That's the tattooed founding member of 98 Degrees.
Oh, God.
Carolyn Dawn Johnson.
You
is-
can't.
How dare you
He's
not know
53.
Jeff Timmons?
It's not a
Jeff
band.
Timmons.
He's pretending he
It's a
did.
group.
Yeah.
Adrian Pasdar, that's Nathan from Heroes. General Glenn in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., also in Avengers Assemble, is 59. Isaiah Thomas, the former NBA star and former NBA coach, is 63. And Meryl Osmond from The Osmonds is 71 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Mindy Main. And today's birthday girl's been in 128 fine films, including say that right again. Astravaganza 11. Want to get it right. She was in Big Gulps 3, Big Sausage Pizza 19, in a movie called Broke Bitches, The Devil Wears Leather, Lewd and Lascivious, in a movie simply titled Touched. And who could forget a role in 2006's Muff Bumpers 2? Mindy Main is 38 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
Seven dust, for God's sake.
Yeah, I was
Seven
gonna say
dust.
seven dust.
How could you add it?
Absolutely.
That is a number that's on there. They're a 3 or 4 for sure.
All right, it's 7:43. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Drowning Pool.
Stop it.
No, I'm sorry. It's brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway.
I mean, one dopey
Music
dope
Festival.
on the internet said that.
One guy, yeah, and people. Anyways, Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Oh boy, 270 eastbound between Manchester and Missouri AB. Average speed is down to about 30 miles an hour. There's also some more delays. 270 eastbound between 55 and 44. Your point forecast: patchy fog, then sun. High of 83 right now. It is 57 at the Point Studio.
All right, welcome back to the show. King Scott, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
You got balloons.
It's a big day, man.
Big day. Are you a cake guy?
Yeah, you know.
What's your favorite cake?
Maybe the ice cream kind.
Liar
You like
cake.
ice cream cake?
Yeah.
That's nice.
You like sweet stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like sweet stuff. I think I would rather have a good dark chocolate than a cake, but I love cake, you know.
I
so it's fun.
love ice cream cake that the layers are separated by those little crunchy,
Yeah.
Oh, so
little
good.
crunchy chocolate things. What the hell are those called?
Little
Cocoa
crunchy
nibs?
things. No. It's like a. They've moistened down like
It's like
cake.
cookie
We've looked
crumbles.
at this
Like
up before.
Oreo crumb.
Yeah.
Oreo
Yeah.
What is that?
That stuff is.
Yeah, I don't know
yummy.
what that is. I don't think. Honestly, I don't think anybody knows what that is.
No, we've definitely looked it up before.
Nobody
I'll
knows
do
what
it.
it is.
Soil.
Science doesn't know. It's soil.
Science doesn't.
It's
know.
Good tasting dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, we did get you a surprise. You love surprises, don't
I
you?
do.
It is sweet
As long
stuff.
as it's not Mama Tai, I love surprises.
No,
Oh
it's,
no!
it's not Mama Ty, but it is the Queen. Your wife is here.
Really?
Yeah, she's actually right over here.
She's right here. She's been here.
She's been here the whole time.
That's
been in our
hilarious.
office.
King
Stowed
Scott's wife,
away.
Allison, is here. Good morning, Allison. Nice to see you.
Hi, babe. You look
like-
wonderful.
Scott, come in here.
Okay.
No
Get in
way.
here.
Nice to
Here.
finally meet you.
Get in here. The
Yes.
Queen is here.
Hi, babe.
I'm here. Hi, honey.
He's got his
he's
got his
coming
headphones.
in.
He's coming in.
He's gathering his things.
He's gathering his belongings and heading into the main studio to greet his wife on his birthday. Look at that. Oh, man.
Wow.
Now do Rafe.
All right. Bend over.
Give him a nice, sweet, wet kiss. Good to see your wife, huh?
It is,
on your
Break your
birthday.
vows right in front of
In
her.
studio.
In studio. We had her. She was here the whole time.
That's hilarious. I didn't know this was happening.
I know, babe. Did I do good?
Yeah, you did really good.
You
Not
did
even
good.
a hint.
So chill.
But explains why you're up early today.
Okay.
What's the plan for this evening?
We are going to play tennis for the first time
Exciting.
in maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
We're gonna play tennis together. Okay.
Eat
and
some
go out
Indian
for
food.
Indian
Yeah,
food.
pick up food.
Yeah.
What could
Have
go
more
wrong with
fun.
those two activities?
Well,
you're
we're going to
doing-
do the Indian food first and then tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
That's the
white
right way.
slacks. I'm ready.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, listen, all of our significant others have been on the show. And now Allison's here. And I think we got to play the Newlywed game today.
Thanks. I'm glad I'm not wearing any kind of.
Yeah.
This is the worst
No
day for
padding.
this. Can I wait to take my shots tomorrow?
No. That's
What
not
the
how this
heck?
works.
Yeah.
padding.
So if we lose, what happens?
I get shot a lot.
And clearly,
Or
there's a
you
lot
could
of
take
faith.
some of the shots, Allison.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
I will tell you that my wife refused.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have to
So
take
is
it
this
one.
a test of my love?
You have rights of refusal.
Okay.
I should have
thank
gone
you.
pee before this.
Yes, no, it was a test of love, and it is a test, and my wife failed.
No, it's a
Is it
test of
all
your
right?
chivalry.
Yes, I was. Thank you, Moon.
Yeah, and you
I
passed.
was the chivalrous one, and
Well, you didn't. You tried. You were upset. You were not chivalrous. You were upset. You tried to talk her into taking some.
Forced,
fake news.
Opposite.
Fake news.
news.
I don't remember it that way, my
Not
friend.
fake news.
forced chivalry, but chivalry nonetheless.
I said, "Milady,
Yes.
I will take these airsoft shots for you because I love you so much.
Wow.
And I'll put
What a
my
man.
ass on the line."
I've draped my ass across this puddle So you may walk over it.
I love it. You Jedi waved and said fake news.
Fake news. I did Jedi wave.
You did.
Okay, so just to get a baseline here. So you've been married how long now?
A little over 4 years.
I almost got that one wrong.
A little over 4 years now. You guys have known each other for how long?
2007,
Yeah.
8. We dated the first time then.
Yeah.
And then we broke up, and then we got back together, and then we got married.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it worked out.
So you broke up. So how long? How
17 years? What is that?
wait, so you dated for how long? And the first time? And
Like
you broke
6
up?
months.
Yeah.
6 months. Okay, dated 6 months, and then you went to do pornography.
Yeah. Went off to do that.
Great
What we
career.
call California.
Really good career.
When you went to college. Yeah, when you went to
How long were you
California.
broken up for?
12, 13 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Pretty
wild,
cool.
dude.
Pretty
What was the
crazy.
first breakup over, if I may ask?
Me wanting to move to
Him
LA.
moving to California.
Idiot.
I know. I know.
What an idiot.
Because if I'd have brought her out there with me, I'd still be there probably. But, you know. No, I'd rather be here with you all.
Oh, okay.
Thank you,
Yes,
Scott.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Scott. All right, so let's play the Newlywed game.
Okay.
All right, so we got. Oh, let me get the. Gotta play
Get the music ready.
It's time for the Rizz Show Newlywed Game.
I'm your host, Lern Elwell. Hi. All right, so you both have little dry erase markers and pads in front of you. Essentially, you're trying
Enough
to
with the
match
applause,
your
thank you.
answers, okay? That's what the Newlywed Game is all about. We're trying to mind meld here, okay?
Okay.
See how well you know each other.
So we have 20 questions.
Mm-hmm.
So each one wrong is a half a shot with the airsoft gun. Max 6 shots.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
Rounding
5.
up or down?
We'll round.
Always round up.
Okay.
You scooch over some.
We always round up on this show. So let's see how well you two kids know each other. Again, you've known each other for quite a long time. Married for 4+ years now.
Mm-hmm.
When's your anniversary?
March 28th.
Good one.
I always know.
Happy birthday.
March 28th. Oh, that's on your
Yeah,
birthday.
it's your
Yeah,
birthday.
it makes
Okay.
it ever extra
It's so
special, you guys,
special.
for me. It's fun.
Yeah, you know each other for a long time, married for 4+ years. So let's see how really you guys do in this game.
boy.
I think you guys would do well. So 20 questions.
Yeah, we'll do fine.
I know. We couldn't even try to prepare. Like, I couldn't even.
You can't prepare for this.
I know, but I couldn't, like, go over our whole life
Were you
history
asking a lot
and
of weird
important dates.
questions last night at dinner?
I wish you
Like,
had. I've been like, what's
Honey.
going on? Why are you grilling me on all this stuff?
I did Google like Newlywed Game to like be like, wait, what is this again? And then I saw some typical questions, and then I was like, do I try to fit these into conversation
Yeah.
slyly? But I couldn't.
I love the color blue, don't you?
Do you have any hair questions on there?
No, but I can make one up.
No. I'm
Fine.
just because I just want to ask a question though.
Okay, go.
If he came home with a shaved head one day,
Oh, I'd be shocked.
shocked.
It would. I would probably hide it first because even when he shaves his beard, it's like, who are you? I don't even know you.
Has to be strange.
So
But,
I mean, you remember him with short hair.
Yeah, he had short, really cute hair when we first dated. And then when
now
he
it's-
started growing it out, there was an awkward phase and we weren't dating then. And I just remember thinking, oh, I'm so glad I'm not dating him because his hair was, it was really poofy and weird. And
Isn't that
man,
nice?
Damn.
I was savage. I had to get my revenge.
Yeah.
Do you love his mane?
Yeah, I really love it.
It's his thing.
He's
It's
so
crazy
unique.
though.
I'll take it.
It's like takes over a whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find red hairs everywhere?
Yes.
Do you use the same shampoo, both of you? Because you have
No.
curly hair.
No, he has way more hair products than I do. He has a whole routine that he has to do, or it gets nuts.
Yeah.
So we see the woman in the relationship is to my right.
Yes,
How many products?
I don't know. He keeps going.
Hundreds.
He keeps going through it, and he tries to buy one, and then he has to use a third of the bottle at one time. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, there goes $50.
Such a bummer.
And his skin
that
and his
is.
skincare routine is better than mine.
Oh, yes, the origins.
Oh my God.
He's so good at all
Well,
Oh
Tell
my
me.
it's
God.
so hard.
Now you
because
can
it's gorgeous. Look
He's
at
a
this
pinky.
man.
Now I can tell all his
Skincare
secrets.
routine.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's been years in the making.
Let's get on with the Newlywed Game.
All right.
Learn.
Yes.
So again, you guys will write down your answers. We'll see if you guys match. Moon, keep score, please.
I am.
Here we go. If Scott If Scott could be any superhero, who would he choose to be and why? So if Scott could be any superhero, you don't have to put why, just put the superhero. If Scott could be
Dang,
any
it's hard.
superhero,
Oh my gosh.
who would he choose?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, thinking.
All right.
Scott could be any superhero.
Okay, off to a great start.
All right. And when you're done, I'll have do 3, 2, 1, and you'll turn. You both have your answers down?
Oh, so we do it each time.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
yes.
erase if you
Okay.
want or whatever. you
Man,
do.
and the first pitch is a slider.
Here we
I know
go.
what I'm
This
saying?
is ridiculous.
So if Scott could be any superhero, who would he be? Allison, you wrote down?
Batman.
Batman. Scott
And
wrote down.
Scott wrote down Batman.
Batman.
Oh,
And what's amazing about
God.
that? How many times have we watched? Well, we did watch some superhero stuff, but
We've never watched
never talk
Batman
about
together.
that. We never talk about what. I don't know.
No.
Number
You have a little
2.
bit of a dark
Oh,
side.
that doesn't come up in conversation all the time.
It'd be really easy to figure out you were Batman with all that hair.
You coming out of the back of the.
Yeah. Who
They
is
would
that?
be at Wayne Manor very quickly to arrest you.
Main man.
All right, number 2. What is the weirdest thing that Allison does in her sleep? No.
Not allowed. Girls don't do that.
Oh, it's more. All right.
All right.
What's the weirdest thing Allison does in her sleep?
King, you said
Little snores.
little snores.
snores.
Allison, what did you say?
Snore.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it.
All right.
2 out of 2.
Though I don't admit that I
No.
have little snores.
This is funny. It's every once in a while I just hear that little noise, and I love it.
Number 3. What is the most embarrassing thing King Scott has ever done in public?
Ooh.
So
That
many to
memory's
choose
part
from.
of-
I know
Part of this radio program.
That's
so.
sad that it's so busy.
What? They're really, it's like, what? I'm used to it now.
It's true.
What is the most embarrassing thing Scott has done out in public?
All right. Scott, you wrote down
Stripped.
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 Allison?
Strip.
I knew it. I knew it.
That was, yeah.
I need you to start holding these cards up a little bit. At least one of you. I can see Allison's.
I
can
thought the
see
same
yours.
thing. I thought they would have
I
wrote
was like, yeah, if they remember
Yeah, you can write it real big if you want.
What?
stripped.
the stripping
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Because
circle.
I'm embarrassed.
Though I do like seeing that video now. It plays on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah,
Right on.
you were there.
Yeah,
that
shout
day,
out to
right?
mom. She
No,
sees it too.
we
you
weren't
weren't there?
together yet.
What?
No.
It just influenced me.
No.
What?
It influenced.
You guys
Sealed the
weren't
deal.
together then?
She was a patron over there and saw that. That's what interested her.
I got her over that awkward phase of
Yeah.
your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the same night as the Def Leppard Journey show at Busch Stadium. It was a whole night for us.
It was a big day.
Night of Hooshe. It was good.
All my neighbors came. We watched. Remember, all my
Yeah.
neighbors came, watched you
It was
strip, and then we
awesome.
headed over to Def Leppard and Journey.
I didn't know all
What a
your
night.
neighbors were there.
What a night!
That's great.
Magic.
I got a free bed because of that.
Wow.
Number 4, you guys. You're 3 out of 3. This is great. What is Allison's favorite movie of all time? Favorite movie.
Allison's favorite movie of all time. All right.
Hold on a second.
Newlywed Game with the King and Queen of St. Louis.
He wrote something. He scratched it out.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
I did. I scratched mine out.
Oh no.
All right, Allison. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Scott
I
Wright.
said the Little Women.
Little Women. All right. Negative
First one wrong.
There we go.
I live Little Women,
Okay.
so it's not my favorite movie.
All right. Well, I've seen
Okay.
that one the most with him.
What is King Scott's go-to meal to make at home? This is something he makes all the time. When he's in charge of cooking that night, he's always making this meal. What is his go-to meal? For dinner, specifically.
Well, that changes it. Okay.
Okay.
For dinner specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Allison, what'd you write down?
Chicken, veggies, cauliflower rice.
Okay, and what did you write down?
I put chicken and rice.
And rice. I'll accept it.
Alrighty. Because my
Sorry,
go-to
you didn't
meal is
write
going to be
vegetables.
pizza. But then you said for dinner.
What do you think of Scott's nipple tattoo?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Sometimes he'll just be standing there and my eye will be drawn to it, and he'll say,
Yeah.
"Eyes up here."
Yeah.
Especially whenever it lactates. That's always
Yeah.
gets her eye over there.
Yeah, my
go like a
wife
pepper.
hates my nipple tattoo.
Where's yours again?
It's over here. It's on
Oh,
my
yeah.
arm.
Okay, that's where his is.
it
We're twinsies.
Why does she hate it so much? Just
It
'cause
lines up.
She thinks
So
I'm
we're-
a fool and an idiot. And why do you do this to yourself?
She also said it lines up when you lay a certain way. Where
Yes, my 3 nipples line up.
Because you lost. That's
Yeah.
why you did it to yourself.
That's
You
awesome.
lost.
I wanted him to get it on his butt but he said everyone would ask him to pull it down to see it, so he didn't want to do
that's
that.
a good point.
That's good.
And I want to prove how hairy my butt is.
We'll prove this.
Okay.
If Allison could only listen to one song for the rest of her life, what would it be?
Come on, can you ask nice questions?
Oh,
I'm just
Allison,
doing first thoughts.
Allison wrote it down immediately.
I'm okay.
Good. That's the way to go.
Yeah, whatever comes to mind first.
Man,
I don't think you're going to get this
I'm
one.
finding myself writing answers.
Do you think you know what she listens to?
No, I think I know what she's going to say.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, King Scott, what did you write down?
Fishing in the dark.
Fishing in the dark. Allison, what did you write down?
Ooh, Only in Dreams.
Got
Oh,
an
that's a
Joe.
good one. That's a good one.
One shot coming your way. For sure.
Okay.
You love the updates, dude.
I'm siding with Amelia, I think, on this.
Only in dreams.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the next one. What is King Scott's pet name for Allison? Something that you call your betrothed often? Pet name. All
Keep
right.
it clean.
Sorry. All right, let me change
it
it then real
clean.
quick.
All right. What is the number, or what is the, I'm sorry, what is the pet name for Allison that King Scott uses? Allison, you said
Dreamboat?
Dreamboat. And then King Scott, what did you say?
Babe.
Babe.
Okay. Well, that is an everyday one.
Moon, how many wrong?
3 wrong.
Wrong.
That's 2 shots.
That's 2 shots.
You're doing this on purpose now.
We have 100 more to go, by the way. So
This will probably be an
Only
easy
in
one.
dreams, by the way. What?
Sorry.
What is King Scott's favorite book of all time?
He's starting to get upset.
Yeah, I love when it starts to come apart.
Only in dreams? What do you mean?
You're so loving at first when you match the first few.
here's where the wheels come off.
Oh,
All right, King Scott, what is your favorite book of all time?
wait, I got to write
I'm
it down.
sorry.
Okay, go, go, go.
Said the Bible.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Too late. She started trying to change it.
I should have thought of the Bible.
Calvin and
How do you not
Hobbes.
say the Bible?
I don't know. I went to literature and
I do
comedy.
own a Calvin and Hobbes book.
All right, we are 8 questions in.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep going.
Batting 500.
Okay, I can do
Golly.
this.
You started
Honey.
strong.
All right. Let's reline. We got this.
All right,
Okay.
here it is. Where was your first date?
Oh, both. Immediately down to their dry erase boards, furiously writing down.
Okay.
First time or second time around?
I know.
This is going to be, it's kind of a
Open
trick
to
question.
interpretation.
All right, Allison, where was your first date?
Oishi.
Oishi.
And is that what you
I
had?
said the sushi place by church.
Oishi.
All right.
All right,
Love
that's
that place.
5 right.
I had the O. I
It's
just
still
couldn't remember. I was
there.
like, what is it again?
Oh, that place.
O'Malley's. Great sushi place.
Okay.
Oh, right.
The minute King Scott gets home, what is the first thing that he does? The first thing he does when he arrives home from work?
I'll tell you.
Now it's Joe time.
No.
That's right before I get home.
All right, King Scott, what did you write down?
Let the dogs out.
Let the dogs out. Al?
Let the dogs out.
All right. And that's
We're back
the
on
code word
track.
for Joe time.
That's the code word. Yep. For
Honey, don't talk to me till I've let the dogs out.
That's why you have to get on
I'll
the
be in the
It's Joe
bathroom.
time.
6 out of 10.
All right. Who is the cleaner person out of the two of you?
Oh.
The cleaner person.
cleaner person out of the two of you.
That means like your house. Like, you know, who's making the house a mess? Who's keeping it clean?
They should interpret it however they want.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. King Scott, you said
Allison.
Allison. And
No, I
Allison
said you.
Oh.
But you're good at organizing.
I don't like clutter, but he likes it clean. So he'll clean
That's me.
and I'll straighten.
You're me.
Okay.
It's 3 shots already.
Oh, man.
Here's
Except
the
my
next
desk.
one.
Should
My
we even
desk
be
is
married?
Yes. This is where, yes.
This is where
It's
it all
all
comes
coming together.
All right.
She's questioning her marriage. This is great.
So this is for 20, right?
This is for 20 points. What is Allison's shoe size?
Oh boy.
As a shoe man, he should know this.
That's right. What is it called? A coddler? What is it? A
Cobbler.
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 As a cobbler, as a former cobbler.
As a shoe man.
As a shoe man. All right. King Scott, you said. All right. Actually, I'm going to go with Al. Al, you said your shoe size is
10.
10. And King Scott?
I said
10.
He said 0-1.
I said 0-1.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do have
Very
He knows
good.
nothing of shoes.
Would you have been offended if I played this?
That's a huge bitch.
I was.
I would have tackled you. Terrible. Okay.
That's
You're such a
perfect size of a shoe.
Moon, check in
you,
with score.
thank you.
Where are we at here?
7 correct, 5 incorrect. That's 7 out of 13.
Okay.
Humongous penis.
What?
Thank you. Thank you.
All
7
right.
out of 12, sorry.
Question 14. What is King Scott's greatest fear?
King Scott's greatest fear.
like peeking at
Be
Alexander.
snakes or, you know, Yoda.
Spiders. Yoda.
I don't know.
Hold on a second. I'm still
Okay.
thinking. Still thinking.
Allison knows it. She, with confidence,
I know.
she's writing it down.
I have very low confidence in you seeing her answer, I will say.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ask the question one more time.
What is your greatest fear?
Greatest fear.
Greatest fear in
Scissors.
5.
I can't think of a better
All right.
answer.
All right, Allison, what is King Scott's greatest fear?
Not accomplishing his goals.
You wrote?
Scott wrote.
I said it. I have none.
I have no fear. That's it.
I'm like, I don't know, because I'm like,
It was hard.
No
that's
fear.
Actually,
He's
yeah,
not-
I think you're right. That
Do you
might be
expect
the
your
one.
wife to say he is fearless?
Yeah. I mean, come on, babe.
All right, this should be an easy one. You both should remember this. Who was the first person to tell the other person that they loved them? Who said, I love you first? King Scott, you said.
Me.
Allison?
Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outstanding.
When he told me that, I responded. I was kind of overwhelmed, and I responded with, "Thank you."
That's how you know it's a match made in heaven.
Was
Dude,
it during
I-
the awkward phase?
No,
No, I was smooth, man. I know how to. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
I
you.
finally said it like later that week.
It was at Oishi.
Later that
and they
week.
said, how many? And you said, I love you.
Did he have to say it again? Or did you come in locked and loaded with an I love you later that week?
I don't remember.
Or did you make him
I
go
just
through that
finally
again?
like spit it out, and then it was easier to say after that.
Okay.
Did you say, oh, that's nice.
Did you say thank you when
Yeah,
she
did you
said
say,
it?
Said word.
That's nice.
Word up, honey boo
word
boo.
up?
Okay,
Oh,
next
man.
question.
8 out of 14.
If Scott could be any animal, what would he be?
Okay, Scott writing down. Allison's got it down.
All right.
Here we go.
Allison, what'd you write down?
Lion.
What'd you write down, Scott?
An Aussie.
An Aussie.
An Australian lion.
Aussie dog?
Oh, I'm king of the jungle.
I'm not gonna say dog because they're slightly above dogs.
All right. What
Am I
about
wrong?
Many.
7 wrong.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
It's not looking great.
So
It's
wait,
fine.
half a shot per.
Yeah,
one
that's
round?
4
Rounding up.
shots.
Oh no.
He's at 4. Or you're at 4 as a couple, however you decide to distribute.
However you distribute them.
5 is the max, right?
How badly does it
6
hurt?
is the max.
Very.
it stings and burns for like a split second, and then it fades. But
And then you have
But you
to
still
feel
feel
it.
it. the
I've
rest
seen
of the day. You still
bruises.
feel it days later. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he comes home
Like, is
and
that a zit?
he's upset about it whenever he gets
Yeah,
it.
of course. We're all upset.
Well, and also they like to do this. They wait for. I guarantee this wouldn't have happened if.
You chose to wear the tracksuit.
Yeah.
So.
And my wife, thank you, didn't warn me about wearing jeans today. Very nice. Very kind.
You're
All
going
right.
to make you Slav squat to take all of them, too.
If it pokes holes in this, I'll be so sad.
Question 15.
Yes. If Scott could have any historical figure as a dinner guest, not Jesus, who would they choose?
Dang.
We had to take the big guy off the table.
Really?
We've even talked about this. What was it?
Who would King Scott dine with? He's writing.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I know the answer to this. I know the answer.
What is it?
Okay. I see what he wrote.
give you the answer. I'm trying to do it with my
Okay,
Come on,
okay,
Allison.
okay. All right. Wait, I got to write something down.
King Scott were to dine with any historical figure, not Jesus.
Who would it be?
Here's one of the questions I wrote. I actually wrote not Jesus.
Not Jesus. All right. Who'd you write down?
Let's get her answer first, and I'm going to see if I can do it.
All right, Allison. If he could dine with any historical figure, not Jesus, who would it be?
Napoleon.
Okay?
Napoleon.
Moon?
I put Samuel Clemens.
Scott?
Oh,
Mark
that's
Twain?
a good one.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain, everybody.
A given, like the most brilliant.
We
guy.
should have Moon and Scott do this.
Yeah.
No, he's just been talking about like that was like his favorite book.
Yeah,
I know, you're right.
Yeah, I love.
All right.
Okay.
That's the
I
only
forgot
person
all
I can
about
think of.
him.
Good answer.
Next question. If Allison could wear one color for the rest of her life, what color would that be? Solid head to toe color.
One color.
Is clear a color?
It is not.
This is my answer.
Yeah, this is her answer, not yours. Scott, you wrote down
Red.
red. Al?
Was you right? Black?
Yeah.
Black is in the color of all the bruises that will be on your ass after the new
I did good.
right.
Today is.
I almost wore red.
I'm the first one to get 6 right.
wrote red.
Shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Well, no, you have.
Thank you, guys.
Wait, 9. Oh man, that's 5 shots.
5 shots
Wow.
right now. How many questions
gotta
left?
get
Babe,
This is 18.
this is off the rails.
Come on, guys.
Here we go.
2 more questions to go.
2 more questions. If Allison could only eat one type of cuisine for the rest of her life, which cuisine would it be?
Ooh, baby.
Italian, Chinese,
Oh, like a genre of food or like a food item?
a genre of food.
Ooh. Okay.
Come on, guys.
Come on, we got to get this.
I mean, you're past the point
Yeah.
of no return.
I'm gonna. I don't know.
Italian. Then.
Chinese?
Is there a limit to cap to how many shots you can get?
Yeah, 6.
5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
6? I thought it was 5.
No,
Oh,
six.
What it's been 5 in the past, but I think it's
Shoot.
6.
Has it been 5?
Yeah,
I thought we capped it at 5.
we did, but today was
Well,
6.
today
Oh,
we've
one
reached
extra for your
6.
birthday.
Today
Thank
is a
you.
special day.
All right.
One to grow on.
If Allison could eat one type of cuisine for the rest of her life, what would it be? King Scott, you said
American
American. Al?
steak and.
Mediterranean.
Right, American.
Well, I'm thinking she eats steaks and veggies, so it's like her.
You did say that earlier to me.
Yeah.
I will say
And
that.
she would have that every night if she could.
Said you're a red
So
meat woman.
there's 2 questions
I do
left,
love
right?
it.
Yeah.
I respect that.
2 questions
So
left.
this
I
is
couldn't
question,
think of what genre of like what nationality of food that would be.
I know. I didn't know either. I was just like, well, I guess.
American.
2 questions left.
You're right.
Yeah, so we've had 18 questions. He has 10 wrong. So right now he has 5 full
We'll
shots.
cap it at 5 because it's your birthday, all right?
Okay, I was gonna say
buddy.
if we're doing 6, then he has to. They have to sweep.
Happy birthday, buddy.
All right.
One to grow on.
What is the silliest argument you guys have ever had as a couple? Silliest argument.
It's tough.
Like pick up your effing skateboard, Chaz.
What's the silly?
Silliest argument.
Okay. Usually I'm the one starting the argument, so I have to remember.
It's gonna be this game after.
I know.
Is he hard to fight with?
Yes, because he'll eventually crack a joke and then make me laugh when I'm really, truly mad. So I'll be full anger, avoiding him, and then somehow he'll just make me laugh, and then I'll try to be mad.
Yeah. That's cute, actually.
It's cute, but
I don't know.
Sometimes you want to kill him.
when I'm trying to prove a point, it's not.
All right, need
Hold on a
answers.
sec. Hold on a sec. One more quick time. I
Yeah.
got to hear it again.
Yeah.
Dumb fight.
What is the silliest argument that you've ever had with Allison?
The one we're going to have after this.
Yeah.
It's clear they don't know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I need to write this down.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
All right. King Scott, you said,
Organizing basement.
and Allison, you said
That's
silliest
good.
argument.
Him not asking me what's wrong.
So him not asking?
All right. This is the final question.
Final
tell her.
question comes down to this.
I'll tell you what's wrong.
Tell you what's wrong. I don't ask.
I've been waiting.
If King Scott could trade jobs with anyone for a day, who would they choose and why?
Oh, and why?
And why?
And why?
So a specific person. Or,
The why doesn't really matter. It's mainly about who would they choose. So,
know this one.
you know,
Looking
like
for a
I want to
person.
be president or whatever the hell you want to do. What
I know this
what
one.
job would he choose? And then we'll just ask why.
Like my example, I would have been Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
You
one.
want that mustache.
Yeah. Not
right.
present day Alex.
No.
Trebek.
Man.
So the job
Adios,
or
amigo.
the physique?
You know, the job.
The job. He'd be doing this job. He'd still be exactly who he is, but he would be in that role.
I got it.
Yeah.
Ease. Oh wait. Actually, I'm switching.
Wait.
Even
I know
easier.
he's going to pick.
Yeah, me too.
Even.
I know who he should put.
Rizz thinks it's him.
Yeah.
Yep. How do you spell
right.
Scott?
Here we go. Allison, what is the job that King Scott would choose if he wasn't in radio?
The person or the job?
The person and his job.
Weird Al?
Musician. Oh, you could be Weird Al.
What we do in the shadows with all that?
Would
I
you
said
write-
Weird Al.
You got me.
Very nice.
Very
You got
first,
me
I'm like,
too,
no. It's,
So what was the final score?
The final score with 11 incorrect and 9 correct. 9 out
Okay.
of 20.
All right, not bad.
Good.
Wow.
It's like all my tests in college, high school, everything.
well,
All right, not
maybe in
bad.
another 10 years, we'll get a couple more
Yeah.
points.
All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. You will,
Tomorrow.
nope, you'll take your medicine. Allison's here. We'll get to some emails, too.
We also got him.
Oh, we'll get those after. Is she staying?
Okay.
Babe, that was fun.
What, do you have to
You
leave
did very
anytime
good.
soon?
No, just get to work eventually. But
That's
Nice.
fine. You stay for one more break. We'll just do this whole thing. It's 8:23. It is, Tuesday. Scott's birthday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Severe delays. 270 between Tesson Ferry and Missouri AB. Also, out west, right lane blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound after Veterans Memorial Parkway. Your point forecast, patchy fog, then sun, high of 83. Right now it's 62 at the Point Studio.
All right. Welcome back to the program. It's King Scott's birthday. His Queen Allison is here. They just played the Newlywed game.
you did great.
You did great.
Yeah, we did great.
King Scott's got 5 airsoft gun shots coming his way.
I just want to say the joke's on you all, though, because I am in my stuntman outfit, so pain is nothing for me.
Well, I was thinking, what if I do too?
no.
No, you shouldn't do that.
No.
not?
Don't.
Why? It's up to her.
That's fine.
Well, I just sort of want to know because he comes home and after he loses something and he has these little welts and he feels really sad about it and he shows it to me. So I thought this way I can know.
Just so you
Right.
know what the pain is.
I don't like
Yes.
this.
And then I can either be like, oh, it's no big deal. Or I can be like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
I think you should the wonder is probably better than actually knowing.
Allie, I'm not shooting you.
Oh, no.
somebody-
No.
my husband.
I refuse.
No.
Scott could shoot
Come
me.
on.
Scott would.
Nope.
No.
Come on.
Oh, come
I
on.
got
Oh.
You
Whatever
pull, you
Al
pull
wants
the
us to
trigger.
do.
You're the guy.
Yeah,
pull the
you
trigger.
hog
You're the
that
guy.
gun. You have to do it. You're the
You're the
sniper.
guy.
Don't bully me into this. I've loved Allie longer than I've loved
It
any of
doesn't
you
matter.
guys.
You're the guy.
You
This is
should
part of
learn all the time.
What does that mean? Well, it's me. I mean, I'm not
This is
Allie.
part of the gig.
She signed up for this.
This is she's volunteering.
I'm not hearing it.
And
She's
who shot,
volunteering.
wait. Who shot Tina when Tina was in here?
Moon did.
I did not
shot
shoot
Tina?
Did I shoot Tina?
Yes.
All right, I got to
you can do
shoot
it.
you now.
Oh, see this?
So,
Again,
I still
but I'm
vote
going to
for
also
Scott
ask him, like,
shooting
why are you
me.
staring at my wife's butt?
I know. I didn't really think it through. I wore a dress. but-
Okay, well,
really
listen.
don't want
you
this.
take the
It's
one
fine.
shot. It's fine. It's
don't
over in
want
3
this.
seconds.
You should.
You're
shots.
fine. You got
Can I suggest something to Allison?
Yes.
I think you should take my jacket behind you and hold it.
No.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
I'm fine with
So I
that.
don't flash
Let's do
everyone?
that. Well, for that reason, too.
No.
You do have to bend. You have to bend.
Yeah.
I don't
How
want her
much
to
bend
be
is-
inappropriate. She's got a little cute dress on.
She's not
I
gonna
got a
touch
cute
her,
little
touch
dress
her
on. I should
toes.
probably-
She's gonna lean up against the counter.
I'm just looking out for girls looking out for girls is what this is. That's all.
Learn
It's
will
not gonna
just
add
make
extra-
sure it's all appropriate.
Yeah, fine.
All right.
Appropriate.
It will be.
Scott, you should wrap my
Rude and
backpack
appropriate.
around your ass.
Let's go.
Hey, man.
Let's do this. Come on. The king and queen get up against the windowsill.
Hold on, I got to run real quick. I'll be back.
No, get up against a windowsill, birthday boy.
Are you sure?
Get up there.
Oh, Moon. Oh, this BB's all over the
I
place.
still want you to put this on your butt. I still want you to do that.
All right, here we are.
This is thin, too.
Moon's getting the gun ready.
I want you to just. I'm sorry, I touched your butt.
5 shots, right?
5 shots.
I don't want to have to reload midway through.
Are they getting in the chamber?
We're getting there. We're getting there.
What in the world?
This gun is such a hassle, man.
Seeing your jacket on her ass is really
Oh,
funny.
you got to take that. You can't shoot that jacket.
What? It's a thin little jacket.
No way. No way.
Honey, I forgot
sorry.
my ass jacket.
No.
I'm trying to be a lady over here.
It's prepared.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't like this.
Well, I don't like a lot of
So
things.
he says. Rizz loves it, which is hilarious to me. He's like handing down all these rules.
I hate this.
His wife took 0 shots.
Hey, if Scott could take all 5, fine.
Oh, you're
But
right.
Allison volunteered.
So, Allison, you want it first or second? Yeah, give her 2 first. Oh, God.
You let her decide if she
go.
wants 2 or not.
3, 2, 1. Oh, my gosh.
Look at oh, man, there's a divot in her dress. She didn't even move.
One more.
Wow, hardcore.
Wow. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, man.
Actually put a divot in her
Oh,
denim.
yes. It's okay to cry here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
2.
Okay.
And 1 more. All right. Hey, you did it, guys. That stings, doesn't it?
Allison
Well, at
took it
first-
better than I
At
ever
first,
had.
it wasn't. It was like, oh, this is fine, and then it sinks in.
Takes a second.
gets your
and then
stomach.
you feel it. It's like hot sauce, delayed hot sauce.
It's like delayed hot sauce. That's a perfect way to explain it.
But she
Once
got
you get the
water.
first one,
My butt
then you
some
start
water.
anticipating the second. Once the first one
Yes.
starts hurting, then they hurt on contact.
Dude.
But I appreciate it because he did it symmetrically, so I feel like both sides
Equally.
are in the same
Moon's
spot.
an assassin.
That's my talent.
Well, today he didn't go. Normally, lately he's been going inner.
They call him Two Cheeks
Cheek?
Valjean.
Thankfully, today he didn't do that. So
All right, Moon, let's get to some emails.
Good
Whenever
job.
you're ready.
Took it like a champ.
tears.
good job.
Got a little tear, babe.
Got some
Sorry.
emails to
Seriously,
get to,
how's
guys. Hey, listen.
takes maintenance.
Got to get to work. I'm going to do a little work today, guys.
Oh man, it's my birthday.
Got to do a little work.
Okay, emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's go with entertainment reviews. Hey, Rizz Show. I was just wondering when King Scott's new song will be available for listener download. I love the premiere, and I've been impatiently waiting for it to be officially released. Thanks and love the show. 3 out of
What's the
5
name of the
stars.
song?
Casey.
The new one is Drive Baby Drive.
Oh, Drive Baby
Yeah.
Drive. When is it out?
Well, I haven't got the artwork done.
Okay.
So,
So,
but no, you know
He's
what?
a
Since they
perfectionist.
wrote this and someone's actually interested, it's going to happen. I'm going to put it up this week.
okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
it should drop by
King
Friday.
Scott, the King Scott Marketing Company.
Yeah, should
King
drop
Scott
by
Marketing
Friday.
Company. Hard at
Vague
work.
timeline. Do you need a vague timeline? Do you need to stir up some buzz with a vague
You need to hire a new
timeline
group.
and releasing things at wildly different
And
points
also
in time?
confuse the hell out of your audience. The King Scott Marketing Company.
Number 1. And
Next.
last place.
Or are we?
Let's see. Well, we'll stay with entertainment and since we're talking about Scott. Here's one that starts off with, "Hey guys," except for King Scott.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Have you guys ever seen the multi-part documentary on Woodstock 99? It's wild. I have mixed opinions about it and would like to hear your guys' views on it, especially Moon's. I don't know why me, but and was Fred Durst the scapegoat or a legit reason for it all going downhill?
Fred Durst was the scapegoat, and it is a wonderful documentary. It's a Netflix one. There's a couple
there's
of
2,
them.
yeah.
There's an HBO one.
And a Hulu one, I think.
I don't think I've seen the one that you guys talk. I saw one that was kind of like
Like
it,
the
but
original one.
They came out
maybe
last
so,
year.
a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch it. I mean, it's a time and it's a place. It's
Yeah, it made me feel like it was like one of those like, hey, remember when it was
yeah,
that
it was
kind of
very
vibe.
broy. You know, they made it kind of seem like Fred Durst was the catalyst, but no, it was the culture, and it was the heat, and it was waters were $10 a piece, and people were tired and dirty and
Wait,
hot.
This is the one that was on the the old
Yes,
airstrip.
the old airstrip.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember it. It just seemed like a nightmare. So
I also think there was a little just the content of music at that time.
It was angry.
It was every band was like, I guess new metal. I don't know what that constitutes,
Yeah.
but it was like it was a much more angry. It was a much angrier time in music than the original Woodstock. So that was you kind of
Yeah,
get
The
it.
original was peaceful. This is
Yeah,
about being
yeah.
a bro, getting in a fight.
Yeah.
Richie Havens wasn't up there with a acoustic guitar singing "Freedom." No,
Jim
Rage Against
Croce
the
did.
Machine was out there singing, "Killing the Name," followed by Limp
Exactly.
Bizkit's "Break Stuff."
yeah, had it not been for Bush calming everything down, the whole planet would be on fire.
That was night one. That was the first night.
Yeah, but remember, like they were like crediting him with like making
Gavin
it,
Rossdale.
yeah, making it
Peaceful,
actually
good
very
music.
peaceful.
It's like, all right, thank you.
Trainwreck is the Netflix one that you're talking
Yes,
about.
it's very good, and especially if you lived and your more formative years were the late '90s, and you were into that kind of music scene. It's a very broy.
You're saying Gavin Rossdale calmed it down?
Yeah, they kind of saved like a moment. I think I forgot if they were like right before.
No, it was after. So
Before or
Korn-
after Corn.
So the night First night, it was Korn and Bush. And Bush came on after Korn. And Korn just made that place. It was nuts.
Wild.
It was nuts. And they say Bush was the right band to come on after to kind of calm everybody
That's
down.
awesome.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Because a lot of people are like, oh no, Bush is going to get slaughtered because everybody's ready for murder.
250, 300,000 people there, and he calmed them down.
But then they played their million hits, and you're like, oh, yeah, I love that song, too.
And you were there,
All right,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is cool. I like
which
them.
is wild.
Yeah, it was, it was, again, a time and a place, and it was just a thing. So watch the documentary. It's good. Next.
Let's go here. Good morning, everybody. Let me say how much I love the show. Around 8 or 9 o'clock weekday evenings, I start thinking about the next day's show and I actually look forward to getting out of bed so I can listen to the topics being discussed in the back and forth banter. I especially like Friday mornings so I can hear the Ice Cube saying, today was a good day. For my selfish reasons, could I ask a favor, please? Yes, I know I'm in no position to ask for a favor, but Rizz, could you please be more conscious and try to cut back on the blasphemy? Saying Jesus as a frustrated response during the show. When I hear it, I turn the show off. It's kind of It's a disappointment since I enjoy listening so much. 3 out of 5 stars, respectively, Steve.
I don't think I yell at a lot.
I have been feeling
Do
it
I?
more recently.
Me?
Yeah, here and there. I mean,
thought
all of
they-
us
are
do
they-
here and there.
Sounds almost like a prayer, though. You're crying for help. That's what I take it as every time.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
As long as I got your blessing.
Hey, I met a Steve yesterday at the DMV. I hope it's the same guy. Nice man.
It's just funny to me.
What?
I saw this email. It just makes me laugh. Like the selective outrage that people have about the show. Like, no, we had an ad about a guy getting buried up to his neck and his face peed on because he wanted to be a living plant, and that's fine.
That's all right.
And yes, you review a sex toy every Monday and great detail and give reviews, but don't say Jesus.
That's it. That's where I draw the line.
It's just like where people draw the line is really interesting to me. I get it. I'm not like hating on the guy for that, but it's just funny that that's the thing that
That's
gets you to
it.
turn the dial.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have those things we hear, though.
Say cheese and rice. Everything's fine.
I don't think I say it that much, but
I say it a lot. I say Jesus Christ all the time.
I don't.
They're probably
Jesus
talking about
Christ! I don't throw the Christ in there.
That guy's cool.
I know that. Because every time Lern says, I go, shh,
Whoa.
going to hell. Okay, thank you. Noted. I mean, what do you want me to say? Sorry? I'm not going to do that. Noted. That's it. That's your sorry. Next.
That's a good email. That was a good email.
Dear Rizz Show, I wanted to share an event that happened over the weekend I thought you all would enjoy. My husband and son, who's 11 years old.
Husband's young.
Yeah, and I were driving from Iowa to St. Louis this weekend for a wedding. My husband and I had to take separate cars for unrelated reasons. So I'm in one vehicle and my husband and son are in another. While on this drive, I'm in front and my husband and son are behind me. So about 2 hours into the drive, I look in my rearview mirror and see my husband's truck getting closer, and he starts to pass me. As my husband is passing me, I see my 11-year-old son mooning me through the passenger window. I have never laughed so hard in my entire life. I could see my husband and son laughing at this harmless and very funny prank. When we got to St. Louis, we laughed about it the entire weekend with the family and shared mooning stories. Needless to say, mooning is a victimless crime and should be brought back to be passed down from generation to generation. Love the show. 3 out of 5 stars. Your future Team Rizz member, Hannah.
Well, now if you get caught doing that, you're on a sex offender
I
list.
know. It's a
Well,
shame.
Rafe is right, though. He's been fighting for this.
I have been fighting for the moon to come back. I want bring back the moon.
Remember Rizz Show Live, the nice surprise we got with that one picture where
Yes.
he mooned
Rafe
everyone?
mooned
It was so
the
good.
pageant.
Beautiful.
We all have the photo on our phones.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it.
I love a mooning.
someone has to stand up for mooning rights.
It's so good.
You and your smooth, tight tush.
That's right. My smooth criminal came out.
You're smooth, toy.
And
I
Annie
do a
is
lot
indeed okay.
I do a lot of squats, tush. Yeah. That was a gift for all of us, Rafe. That
Was.
night. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anybody, if they're significant others in the other car, you're driving 2 separate cars somewhere, you always feel the need to race?
Yes.
No,
Always.
we never do that.
We always race.
It's ridiculous.
So if it's me and the boy in the car racing the 2 women in my life, I would say we can't let the chicks win.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim will just blow past me. He doesn't even care. He's like,
I'll even do
"See ya."
I'll even pit maneuver
Man.
in the car if I have to.
And that's what
how
a winner. That's what a winner does.
That's how I'm trying to teach the boy.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, I'm very competitive.
if my nieces ride with us, they pick which car based on who they think will be the winner.
Yes.
And so one of them will still pick me, but then the other one, Scott has a better track record, so they'll always go with
Scott
him.
also does have a violent temper when it comes to road rage.
Oh yes. And he's not above honking every 15 seconds.
Well, you have to let people know you're in a car legally.
Next.
Let's see. I'll go with just listening to the April 24th podcast about the weird home remedies. And I had to add this one. As a child, and even into my teenage years, I would often get swimmer's ear. The only thing that would bring relief, and very quickly, was when my mother would saute chopped onions, put them in an old sock, I don't know why old sock, with salt to help hold the heat, and then place that underneath my ear. She would long wrap a big towel around the sock for me to safely put it on my head as to not burn my ear. To this day, when I smell sauteed onions, I get a feeling of comfort.
You know, I think some of these home remedies are just people effing with somebody else going, let's see what I can get this idiot to do.
Because being sick isn't good enough. It's like, put these onions in your
Let's see what I can
juice.
get this idiot to do, and we'll call it a home remedy. It's not going to work.
No.
Now you get you have swimmer's ear drops.
Yeah, but I wonder if the onion, because I know if you put a wet paper towel next to the onion when you cut it, it won't burn your eyes. So I wonder if it soaks up water somehow. If it,
Sauteed onions, specifically.
Sauteed in salt in an old sock.
In an old
gross.
sock. It's got to be, it can't be a new sock. You got to ruin an old sock.
Sauteed.
And we're right, though, Rafe. It's like these home remedies.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what we get these morons to do for, we're going to say it's, medicine.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Look
how
at these morons. They'll do it.
you know how you always had the stinky kid in class? Maybe the stinky kid just had swimmer's ear and his mom was strapping onions to his face.
Onion boy. Yeah, it was probably a grandpa that when they were teenagers or something, he came up with this ridiculous thing, said that's how he cured this, and then they held on to it for life, and they keep doing it.
What I want to know is
Frankie
how many of these things were passed on with a mistake made. And this is what I mean. I remember on tour, my guitar player was having like uber diarrhea issues. Uber. And I was like,
And an Uber.
and I said, oh man, you know what'll help that? And I meant to say bananas, like potassium, like if that'll help plug you up, right? I accidentally said the reverse, and I was like, apples, apple juice. And this guy, I didn't understand, but for the next 4 days, he was drinking nothing but apple juice. There's just tons and tons of apple juice. and then one day, like 4 days after I said this, I see him with a big old, like a gallon thing of apple juice. And I was like, whoa, man, I thought you were having stomach issues. He's like, yeah. And I was like, why are you drinking apple juice? It'll just loosen it up. And he goes, you're the one that told me to do this. And I was like, I meant to say bananas.
And by the way, if you want a home remedy for swimmers here, everybody knows that your single uncle has to suck on your earlobe.
Ew.
That's how.
Knows that.
Right? That's
I didn't know that.
Nobody
the old home remedy.
I just made
Charlie.
That's preventative.
Yeah, I
Do that
wonder.
before you go to the pool.
I wonder if there was an Uncle Charlie out there that
Yeah.
accidentally just missed one part of the passed down home remedies, and we've been strapping onions to our faces.
Yeah, you got to pee in your
All
ear.
wrong.
Oh. Next.
Okay, let's see. Hey, all. You don't have to read this on air, but we're gonna. I'm trying to plan a trip to the Dominican, and I know 3 of you have gone recently. What hotel or all-inclusive do you recommend? I'm going with 3 boys, 18, 17, and 11. Any suggestions? Please help us out.
You
You're
always
truly
stayed
the best show.
at a couple Dreams resorts over there.
We did the Hard Rock, and I'll say this: the Hard Rock freaking rules. I know you've been there too.
Been there.
We really love the
It's
Hard
nice.
Rock in Dominican, and I will say this: I don't know so much about Mexico, but in the Dominican, not all inclusive places are created equal, and it goes down to the food. Go read the food reviews from the places, because a guy that stayed with us last time down at the Hard Rock said that they stayed at a resort like 2 down, and he said he couldn't even eat. The food was so bad. He just didn't eat. He just lived on bottled water and chips.
Yeah, we've stayed at a couple Dreams resorts over there. They're good. Punta Cana. It's fine. I just get my drink on as soon as I get there, and
Hell
I'm
yeah.
basically buzzed for 7 days.
You drink your calories?
Well, I
drink
try to
for
get my
breakfast?
money's worth.
Okay.
I think they water down those drinks, too.
That's a rumor. You always hear that they're watering down drinks at resorts.
I mean, the amount I drink at these all-inclusives, I mean, it would kill a human, like normally.
You do shots?
Do it all.
Dang.
I tip them as soon as I get there. I give them $50, and I go, hey, if you see this man without a drink, in his hand. Something's wrong. I'm going to be here for 7 days.
They're like, please stop talking to us.
One more, Moon.
Okay, this comes from Jeff. I thought this would be a great one to end on. Hello, Ted.
Hello.
Hey.
I just found some perspectives that are actually logically correct. I found this at Ranker and thought you guys would enjoy. So they're basically shower thoughts, but some of these are great. Dove chocolate tastes better than its soap. Taxes are essentially just a yearly subscription to the country you live in, and childhood is the free trial. You technically only have 2 minutes to live, but every time you inhale oxygen, it resets the timer.
Oh.
When you ask for somebody's name, you're essentially asking them what noise you should make to get their attention. Mars is the only known robot inhabited solely by planet inhabited solely by robots. You spend your whole life gathering guests for your funeral. Being a serial killer is much like being a comedian in that you either hit it big or you get your own Netflix special, or you spend eternity popping up on crappy podcasts. Bombing for peace is like having sex for virginity. If Pinocchio had said that his nose grows longer every time he tells the truth, nobody would know that he is lying. Lamps and video games are using real electricity because your game system is using electricity. Cheese is just a loaf of milk.
I like that one.
Arms for your chairs are just chairs for your arms. Stalking. When two people go for a long romantic walk together, but only one of them knows about it. and my favorite one, a diss track is just two grown men sitting in separate rooms writing poems about each other.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
That's from
sweet.
Team Rizz 1073, Jeff
I like
Schaefer.
that.
Nice work.
Hey, do we have any gifts for King Scott?
We do have gifts. So we reached out to Allison to find out what some of your favorite things were. And she knows you so well. Yeah. And so we got you these gifts.
So
These
I got a
gifts.
Napoleon book. I'm getting
We got you some gifts.
or Calvin,
got
I
'em.
guess.
They've got
go.
little miniature balloons.
Little
Here come
balloons.
the gifts.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
What do you got there, Scott?
Heavy stuff.
You did very good.
You got
Chocolate
A2
milk.
chocolate milk.
But this is the
Whoa.
good stuff. A2.
Hershey.
Okay, your favorite chocolate milk.
I got
Makes chocolate milk.
Regular
A2.
milk.
Look at
Okay.
that. Whole somewhere. I'm
Whole
sure it says
milk?
it. Yep.
None of that nut milk.
What?
None of that
Oat
garbage.
milk's so good.
And I got
Oh, cookies.
the right
Whoa.
treat. Thank you.
What is that? Can your cousin
These
have one?
are Greg's Crazy Good Chocolate Chunk. Mhm. And I love chunks. And we got, I thought it was opened, a bag of M&Ms.
Peanut butter?
Slightly. I'm so
Open
glad. I was
M&Ms.
scared of Skittles. Like, this one's the good one. What is this? All right, I'm ready.
Mega.
All right, happy
peanut
birthday,
butter.
buddy.
Thank you.
And a card. Allison, you got to go to work.
I gotta
It's
go to
time.
work.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. It's just fun to see where all the magic happens.
Right here.
And,
Thank you, Allison.
So magical.
thanks to Lern for texting me and coordinating it all and
You're welcome. You're so
made
sweet.
it easy.
There she is, the queen. The queen on the king's birthday.
Indeed.
Awesome.
All right, we got to take a break.
love
We'll
you
come
guys.
back
Thank
with some news. Oh, news. There it is. That was the cue. News. All right, 8:55. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We got severe delays 270 eastbound between Gravois and Missouri AB. Your point forecast today, patchy fog, then sun, high of 83. Right now it is 66 at the Point Studio.
Fantastic.
All right, today, in addition to it being King Scott's birthday, it is, International Jazz Day. It's Hairstyle Appreciation Day.
Perfect.
Whoa.
Perfect for King Scott.
Do jazz hands and the hair. This is good.
National Oatmeal Cookie Day. National Mr. Potato Head Day. National Bubble Tea Day. National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day.
Great.
I didn't know that Missouri has the most, like, puppy mills
I didn't either.
in the entire country.
Wow.
Fact.
Wow.
Fact. Today is also the National Spank Out Day, which it's not what you think.
Oh, okay, good.
I had to look it up.
It is
I'm
for
like, I'm like,
I already celebrated. Too late.
National Spank Out Day. It's not what I thought it was.
What does it mean
This
then?
is getting rid of spanking.
Yeah.
right?
It's not.
Now it's Joe time.
No. Now, celebrated annual on April 30th focuses on ending the use of physical punishment on children. Oh. So it's something serious.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fun.
Bad name. Go back to the drawing board on that name.
Yeah, what was the name again?
National
Spank Out Day.
What should it be called? Out with spanking?
How about just National Don't Hit Your Kid Day?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Whew.
How about Stop Hitting Your Kids Day? Perfect.
Man.
But that's what today is, National Spank Out Day. And King Scott's birthday.
Yeah. I never got spanked.
No?
No, I did.
No.
That's why I turned out okay. That's why I'm a good guy now.
Made you the person you are today, huh?
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Hey, guys, we got a Rizz Show Teacher of the Year nominee.
Yes.
Go. Coming to us from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Hey, I know where that's at.
There's
By
one
Marla.
there.
You know Lawton, Oklahoma?
Yeah.
It's Fort Sill.
Ah.
Yep. I lived pretty close to there.
Okay, well, got two connections to maybe our Teacher of the Year. Bench warrant has been issued for a substitute teacher out there in Lawton who's been accused of giving a 7th grade student a vape pen. The sub,
Was
Donna...
the kid having a hard day? Here, take my vape pen and go behind
Donna
the building.
Tenetra admitted that she gave the vape pen to the middle school kid so the kid would be her friend.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So there's a plan. This is just step one. We never let her see the plan out.
No. Well, listen, she wanted to be a cool teacher.
Did her mom and dad make her go to school and ask for her vape pen back?
I don't know how she was busted, but she's facing charges of furnishing tobacco to a minor.
Yeah.
And has been relieved of her duties over there at the middle school in Lawton, Oklahoma. But she admitted, yeah, man, I gave the vape to the kid because I wanted her to be my friend. It's tough getting through to those middle schoolers. Am I right?
Ma'am,
This is a teacher making a difference. I don't know why we're punishing that.
Neither.
Terrible.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. You can't vape with your students. Okay.
Right.
This is a 2024 problem. We didn't have this.
Your teachers never gave you a pack of cigs?
No,
back
man,
in the
I was
80s?
out there at the wall smoking cigarettes with Mr. Champoli. It was fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do remember there was a smoking section at the high school and like just outside the commons, and I remember on occasion seeing a teacher out there.
Yeah.
I don't think that was okay, and I don't think that was welcome, but I remember.
You know what? Honestly, they would a place called The Wall at Clarkstown South, and The Wall was where kids would go smoke, and there would be teachers out there.
Yeah. It's Smoker's Corner.
I don't think it was encouraged, but
The sharing.
Our shop teacher smoked a pipe, like pipe tobacco, in the boiler room on school premises all the time. He'd literally just be like, I'm going to go smoke. You guys don't cut your fingers off in the bandsaw. They just go.
like an actual
Boiler
like
room.
like
He had like a big pipe tobacco, and he'd go back there and he'd chief up.
man. But as
It's not a big deal.
as a shop teacher, I think that's okay.
That's what I said too. I think it was like he got grandfathered in on some kind of shop teacher clause. It's like if you're working with sheet metal, you can smoke a pipe on premises.
Yeah, as long as it's not like doing methamphetamine.
Right.
I think the key mistake this teacher made is if you give a child a vape, they vape for a day. But if you teach a child to vape,
They'll
they
vape
vape for their whole life.
Yeah.
Dang,
I feel
that's good.
I feel like the thing with the pipe, like if there were a shop teacher with a pipe or something, I don't know, man. I know this is totally probably hypocritical, but like, is that going to entice a kid to want to go stuff tobacco?
I feel like I'd respect him
into
more.
a pipe. I just don't. I just think it would be something that would not be attractive in the same way. Like for some reason, cigarettes were like attractive to us when we were growing up. So if a teacher was doing it in middle school, you'd be like, "Whoa, that teacher's pretty cool" or something. But like a pipe, I mean, that's just like an old man thing.
Right,
And you
grandpa.
you separate it. I know
Grandpa smoked a pipe.
it sounds ridiculous, but I don't think it would have been seen as the same thing from teachers or students.
It just seems like a person that's wise is smoking a pipe, you know?
Well, and
you see a
hipster
guy doing it? you're like,
Guys tried to bring it back. Like in 2008, I feel like there were a bunch of dudes like walking around St. Louis that were like 25 wearing
Yeah,
a
and
hat
fedoras.
and like smoking a pipe and trying to bring it into
They
that
were trying.
James
They
Dean
tried.
era.
They tried.
And it
Scott's a
failed.
pipe
They
guy.
failed miserably.
Failed.
Scott's a pipe guy.
Yeah, and God bless the Missouri Meerschaum Company because that's where I get my goods.
Yeah, but you're smoking a
It's
pipe
the
at home.
hair.
Yeah.
It's like it comes with your wizard.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said you had to go home and lay some pipe?
Yeah,
He said stuff some
That makes
pipe.
more sense. 'cause
I will
was-
say,
he goes, I got to go home and lay some pipe. And I go, look out, Allison. And he goes, she's not home.
no, a few years ago, a buddy of mine for my birthday gave me an Italian pipe, and that thing is very nice. So
Yeah.
I'm very grateful
You're welcome,
for
man.
That doesn't count as cheating.
that. Laying
It
pipe
was your
doesn't.
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, no, now, now you teachers handing out vape pens to kids. The old douche flute.
What's next? Pre-rolls that are too expensive?
Come on.
I miss
You
the
better
douche
watch
flute.
yourself.
Now, this is...
Miss, I didn't know our chemistry teacher was a vape god.
Oh, Keeler says, my art teacher smoked crack in the kiln room. Okay.
What?
Whoa.
This is really adding insult to injury. A cleaning company in California called Pink Sponge Cleaning owns a fleet of 25 bright pink-colored Volkswagen Bugs. And early this past Saturday morning, there was a break-in at the lot, and all the cars were vandalized. The owner reviewed security camera footage and saw at least 3 teens wreaking havoc, blasting a fire extinguisher, etching into the car's paint, and breaking every headlight they could. But it wasn't just that. The footage showed 2 female teens twerking on the hoods of the Bugs.
Oh, that's
Anybody see the video of this?
over the line. Am I right?
For whatever reason, maybe they knew they were on camera, but the owner said the teens were desecrating the cars for hours.
Hours.
Yeah, she didn't specify how much of that was spent twerking. $25,000.
I want to know what music was being played. That's all I care about. Like, how long did this go on?
Hours.
Damn, that playlist
you the
must have been
pina colada.
fire, as those young people say.
Something good like that.
Twerking on these cars. That I mean, you got to have a beat.
You think it was
You
something
can't
heavy?
just be. Yeah, I think it was heavy and loud and hard.
$25,000 in damage, and the company launched a GoFundMe because their insurance claim was denied. Apparently, because they had a previous incident of vandalism. Police noticed the etchings included gang signs, which helped lead them to a 15-year-old suspect.
This was on video,
Yeah.
and the insurance company denied it.
Yeah. Insurance claim was denied.
Because
They
it's
had
possibly
a
set up.
previous incident of vandalism. It's unclear if the twerking happened that time, too, if this was a new addition. I don't know.
That's so weird.
15-year-old kid has been arrested. They arrested him for vandalism.
The whole insurance thing is like, I mean, especially with raising rates. I don't understand, and maybe that's their point.
Oh, I just read that Progressive Insurance just dropped a whole bunch of houses in Florida right before hurricane season.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm talking this week.
Dropped them.
Dropped them. We have too many policies, so we're just going to start to drop people.
Yeah, I just don't understand, man. They made it so complex and so intense and such a game.
Imagine paying that policy for like 7 months. And then they drop you right before hurricane season.
Right,
Well, they
it's
did the right
senseless.
thing. I'm sure they sent them a check for all the money they've given them.
Right, I don't understand the legalities. Like, how is it that they're? I mean, I know money is how they're so protected, but like, man, it's just.
This was, okay, so this is from local in Jacksonville, Florida. Progressive customers in Florida should keep an eye on mailboxes. Company drops home insurance policies. In the middle of what's being called a property insurance crisis in Florida, several local homeowners say their policies are being dropped by Progressive, one of the biggest property insurance companies in the country.
Now,
Progressive Insurance is sending out more than 100,000 non-renewal notices to homeowners saying they are, quote, rebalancing their exposure in Florida.
okay, so they're not canceling policies. They're not renewing at the end of the term. I can see that being legal, but would this not then create competitors gouging?
Right.
You know, like if
Because
I'm a
you don't have
competitor, I'd be
anywhere
like,
else to
hey,
go.
there's 100,000 people in my market that just
Right.
like are freaked
Yeah.
out, and it's tornado or hurricane season.
The Progressive Property Insurance shakeup primarily impacts what's called DP3 home insurance policies, which, according to experts, are homes that have older roofs or specific policies covering investment properties. A total of 53,000 homes affected in a high-risk area and 47,000 homes in seasonal areas.
So this is for investment properties only?
No, older roofs or what they would call investment properties.
Which is
rental properties.
Something that has exploded in the last
In
decade.
Florida especially. That sucks.
Man.
You know what also sucks?
What?
We love our pets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like America has more pets than vets these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't own a single vet.
47 states are facing some sort of veterinarian shortage.
That's good news for those of us who maybe want to go into that business.
Well, and the high cost of vet school does not help that case.
No, it doesn't, but it's necessary. I mean, you are essentially a doctor of animals, of multiple animals. You
My
have to
daughter
know
wants
how
to
it
be a
works.
vet.
Mine does too.
it. I used to want to be whenever I was a little girl.
And
I got one daughter who wants to be a doctor for humans and one wants to be a doctor for animals.
It's great.
my vet, says, hey, just send her here this summer and, she can intern and kind of hang out and see what it's all about.
That makes that's a huge in. The internship or the volunteer or being able to
Yeah, you
witness.
volunteer there?
So my daughter has been going to the hospital, and thankfully there's a friend in the family that does surgeries, and she has witnessed many surgeries. Did I tell you guys about this? I thought, like that Seinfeld thing where he drops the junior mint, there's like a observation desk or
Yeah.
something. I thought that's how this stuff works. And my daughter's like, I'm going to the hospital watching another
No,
surgery.
it's probably just in there.
Yeah,
Dude,
She's gotten splattered before, like bloods and fluid.
Sure.
There is no observation window or any of that kind of stuff. You are standing there next to them watching surgeries.
They have those usually at medical schools.
Universities, yeah.
With cadavers and whatnot.
Well, and
The
it's like a theater.
Right, but that's
where
not
they can
how.
see.
Yeah, that's not how it works in the hospitals. So yeah, it's pretty wild. But I tell you what, back to the vet thing. When you get a good vet, it is the best thing ever.
Yeah, we love our vet. And according to a report by Morris Veterinary Health, which has a network of 3,000 veterinary clinics worldwide, the U.S. will need as many as 55,000 additional veterinarians by 2030 to meet the increasing need for pet care. Now, more people own pets than ever before, and that was brought on by the pandemic and rise of remote and hybrid work. There are 3,896 accredited colleges and universities in the U.S., but only 33 have a vet program. By comparison, more than 100 schools nationwide offer degrees in video game design.
Dang.
Yeah.
So is the cost, like, are vets making a ton of money?
They are.
Okay. So it's worth getting into then?
Yes. It is. I mean, it's a doctor. It's a doctor of multi-species. You have to know how to fix a lizard, how to fix a cat, how to fix a fish. I mean,
in our market, think how many.
How to fix a fish?
I don't know. Whatever you bring into
Yeah,
your
you
vet.
fillet it, you put it on a little fryer.
Little tilapia. Tastes great.
I could be a vet.
The good news is students are still choosing to pursue veterinary medicine despite the high cost of paying tuition. New veterinary schools are being created, funded, and accredited as well. From Puerto Rico to Arkansas, Florida to Utah, South Carolina to Southern New Jersey. The Humane Society says that teaching the community to be a part of the solution by getting their pets spayed and neutered can also help lower the demand for vet services, but
We have a lot of vet techs that listen to this show. I met a young lady this weekend and another lady a couple weeks ago, and they really like their jobs. I mean, they're not the veterinarian, but they're in the building and they're helping the vet. And
noble work.
it is.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of
That's
them.
the dream one is the one in Shelbina because he gets to work on the farm animals, like all that. So it's really fun. He gets to work on the best of the best.
So I mean, a lot of times, like if you're gonna be the vet, you also have to be a business person because
you're gonna open up
you're
a
opening the
clinic.
practice. Did you say something about the costs?
How much for schooling?
Right.
How much?
Average cost for 4 years of veterinary school is a little more than $200,000 for in-state students, and can get up to about $300,000 for out-of-state students. That is a lot.
So I think I'll go into video game design.
Do you have pet insurance on your pets?
No.
Not. And that's
I've been thinking about getting pet insurance on my cats.
It's the last true shakedown. You know my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
why they get it. They get that money because it's like a weird. There is no rules about. There's an acute care act where you have to give health care to humans, even if they're uninsured. Like if they go to an emergency room and collect the money later, you got to get the money up front at most vets. So there's some vets that'll work with you, but they can just be like,
here's how much it is.
here's what it is. Pay it or say your goodbyes.
Oh,
It's
man.
like they really
Yeah, lay it to you.
they They tug on the heartstrings of your attachment to your animals.
Oh, yeah.
We know the risks. We've discussed it with her. She knows.
Oh, God. You told the dog?
Yeah, you say, hey, listen, man, we'll do
Radio, you can have this, this, and this, but do not get this, this, or this.
Listen, Radio, we're going to do our best to
Love
take
you,
care of you. You do your best, too, because you're a part of this, man. You keep yourself alive and healthy.
Yeah,
as
some
well.
of the onus goes on you.
She is on a diet right now, and she's not stoked. Not stoked. We got her eating, like, actual vegetables. She's, like, so picky. She doesn't eat. Like, she just likes her food.
Why
If you try to give her anything, she won't. She's 10 pounds overweight.
Okay, she's overweight. All right.
She's overweight, and honestly, like, we know the risks. We're educated about this breed. If this breed has a little bit of pounds on her, a little bit of extra pounds for a prolonged time, that's when the hip dysplasia and all
bad
the
for the
usual
joints.
crapola starts to roll. So this gal needs to get in shape.
Yeah, I got to get my girl to drop a couple.
Couple of LBs. And finally, in your news, egg prices in the U.S. have gone up because of a multi-state breakout of the bird flu. A recent cost analysis found a dozen large grade A eggs now cost $2.99 on average. That price is 16% higher than back in January.
Gosh.
And the bird flu outbreak has affected 9 million chickens across the country, leading to less egg supply. Actually, the deadliest bird flu crisis took place in 2022, where egg prices shot up to an average of $4.25 per dozen. So it's not that bad yet, but I don't see any signs of it coming down.
It's a bummer. And
Good stuff
22 is
today,
also when
guys.
they had the big fires in a lot of those chicken plants.
Yeah.
That never got in the news somehow.
Oh, the Tyson, the weird fires down at the,
Man, that's weird
the chicken
stuff.
plants.
Yeah.
You hear about those? Go down that rabbit hole.
Wow.
I just opened the chat, and the first thing I see was somebody saying pet insurance is worth every single cent. And then somebody said, I agree. It's helped us before with our pets when unexpected issues come up. I wonder what the breed is, though. And that's got to matter, right? Like, if you're going to get a French bulldog,
heck yeah.
You know you're getting bills.
Kiss your money goodbye or get the insurance,
I'm
right?
sure that plays into it. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
pre-existing conditions being the breed of dog.
Yeah,
like
'cause if you have a-
some of them just have more health issues.
If you have a mutt, they don't need anything. You just you can feed them rocks and they're going to live forever. So it's like, all right.
Yeah, I wonder. Chat, tell us what kind of dog you got if you're interested in this stuff.
All right, that's your news. We'll take a break, come back with a sports report. It is 9:25. I see some Kansas City Chiefs news from yesterday. 9:25.
It's good news. It's big news.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
all right.
Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more in the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We have delays 70 eastbound between Veterans Memorial Parkway and Zumbel. Your point forecast, patchy fog, which I think is gone now. It's all sunny. High of 83. Right now it's 69 at the Point Studio.
I'm thinking all these birds, all these chickens had the bird flu. What do you rest right when you get the flu and chicken soup?
Oh,
Ooh, that's
Cannibal
weird.
soup.
That's weird. All right, stay there. We've got a live number 2 show happening at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Call 818-532-1420 for a good time. Call 818-532-1420. Today, yesterday, we talked a lot about 1-900 numbers, which inspired this week's episode theme. Call me if you can go through the Point app and leave a message through the number 2 show drop-down box in the text section of the Point app. If you don't have that, download it. Leave me an email, a comment, or I just want to know call centers. I used to work at a couple call centers. Did you work? Maybe you worked at a 900 number place, or you know someone who did. I'm interested to hear that side of things. Or maybe you got in some kind of hot water for calling 1-900 numbers like we did. Call in and let's chat about it. Or maybe you worked in a call center for something else. I worked in a couple shady call centers.
Yeah, that's a job I never had
in my time, and I'm going to talk about it. So, yeah, anything related to that, or if you just want to call in and chat about something weird and wild, give me a call at 818-532-1420 at 11 a.m.
Right, so that's
today.
That's the number 2 show after the number 1 show. 11 a.m. today with Rafe Williams.
Points YouTube.
So I see Scott got a nice chocolate cake from Le Bon Boucher.
An incredible cake. Le Bon Boucher. And Brian was out there. This is the place I was talking about that has the macarons right down the street on Olive.
Good French onion soup.
Oh, great. The great soup, great lunch, best desserts, and now they have a coffee and juice bar as well. I think my daughter might work there. Anyways, Brian was in there, and beautiful cake. It's chocolate, and it's kind of warm in there. And he's like, I think it's kind of moving and melting. And it's got like the real decorative stuff on the top. We just posted a picture of it. And Brian says, the top is edible. And usually when like cake designers say that, it's like that fondant stuff that's on top.
That looks straight chocolate.
But like when somebody says it's edible, like that means like, you can eat this. And I grabbed it.
It's not going to kill you.
Yeah, but this was like, this is the topping, which he was like is edible, is better than most cakes out there. Just the top of it.
This is great chocolate by itself.
It is. It's amazing.
He crushed it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Le Bon Boucher.
Le Bon Boucher.
See, I like him showing up on my birthday. It's like, it's going to be exciting. And if I found out Chef Will was here, I'd be a little scared. Bring
in Chef Will.
So.
Oh, by the way, I talked to Chef Will yesterday. They're celebrating 5 years now, Sunday.
Oh, wow.
With Rockstar Tacos.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Man.
They're having a little shindig in the parking lot down there on Sunday.
How fun.
Shout out to Chef Will. Let's do some sports. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Thunderstorms in Detroit caused yesterday's Cards game to be postponed to today. So a little day baseball doubleheader.
We're doing a double, yeah.
So I'm saying it's a true doubleheader. So one game right to the next.
Yeah, bang, bang.
Like, no, we're going to empty the stadium and then bring more people in. I think it's a true
doubleheader starting at 2:40.
I lucked into one of those one time last year in Chicago, a White Sox game. I just went on a lark, never been to the stadium, found out.
You're like, they're playing a lot of innings.
They let everybody stay. They're like, it's easier just to not. Yeah, it was like that. I left like halfway through the second game.
So doubleheaders now, though, are they 7 innings?
I think so, right? Or they thought about doing that.
I thought.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
They can't do that, no.
Yeah, no, I think they do.
Well, then it's not baseball. It's not a true doubleheader. Don't use the word true if it ain't baseball.
Let's see here.
I thought maybe one was 9 and one was 7.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong.
What a bunch of horse crap. That's not. No. Cardinals are going to start Kyle Gibson in Game 1 of the doubleheader, and Monday's announced starter Steven Matz will start Game 2. Tigers intend to start Jack Flaherty for the first game of the doubleheader, and their second game will be TBD.
I think they were, and now they're back.
Yeah, they're back to 9 now.
They're back to 9.
Yeah, come on.
They were, and now they're back. It was in the collective bargaining agreement with the MLBPA. And
who was pushing for 7? Players or others?
I think the league, because the league they got really obsessed with speeding up games, and I think they're trying any way they could to speed up game.
So it said the league and the MLBPA came to an agreement, put the 7-inning rule in place for the 2020 season, later extended to 2021, but then it reverted back to the 9 innings.
That's good.
I like.
That's weird. It changes the game. That's not fair.
And this is a nice gift for my birthday, so thank you, Cardinals and Tigers, for having a rain out.
There we go.
Well, speaking of speeding up the game, the Los Angeles Dodgers' powerful offense that includes Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, not used to putting zeros on the scoreboard. They're just fine with the one that occurred on Monday night, though. The Dodgers played an entire game without striking out once in their 8-4 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is the first time the franchise played a full game without a punch-out since 2006. Now, I put together some stats because I was interested in how often does this happen, right? Since 1950, there have been 1,884 instances of a team finishing a full regulation game without striking out. Of those, 1,076 of those, the team won. 803 of them, the teams lost. So can you imagine having 0 strikeouts and losing the game? In 2019, there were 42,823 strikeouts in Major League Baseball. That's an average of 8.81 per team per game. That was a new Major League Baseball record, the 12th straight season with a new strikeout record. Strikeouts have also become the most common play in baseball, surpassing groundouts and hits in recent years. So if that helps. If that helps to put it in perspective, I thought that was cool. Awesome. Jamal Murray has done it again. The Denver Nuggets star, after his wild buzzer beater in Game 2 of the series, hit another game winner on Monday night to officially close out their opening round playoff series over the L.A. Lakers.
LeBron complaining about officiating again.
Murray, with the game tied in final seconds, expertly hit a jumper over Austin Reeves from just inside the free throw line to seal the 108-106 win over the Lakers. His shot fell with just less than 4 seconds left. Not enough time for the Lakers to answer. Kansas City. What?
Kansas City news.
Okay.
Chiefs news.
Okay. The Chiefs star tight end Travis Kelce has agreed to a 2-year contract extension. Quote, "We signed the greatest tight end ever to a new contract. The new deal goes through the 2027 season. Travis Kelce will reportedly make $34.25 million, making him the highest paid player at that position. Wow. Travis is 34, considered one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler and 3-time Super Bowl champ. He broke an all-time record for postseason receptions last year with 165, helping the Chiefs claim their second consecutive title. And his little bro, or is it his older bro? Older bro. Jason Kelce has slid from the football field to the television studio. Jason will join ESPN's Monday Night Countdown when the NFL season kicks off.
Sweet.
Got a couple details up on the blog about that because I'm Moon and that's your sports and doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it, eating cake.
Thank you. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. One more time, happy birthday, King Scott.
Happy birthday.
Today was special.
Birthday boy.
Thank you guys. Thank you for the gifts. And
Your wife was here. We had cookies and milk. It was a whole thing.
Moon,
You got a
thanks for
cake.
shooting us both. Appreciate that.
You got shot with the airsoft gun. Look, you got the rest of the day.
Dude,
it's
I'm
only
so
10 o'clock.
excited. Yeah.
Wild.
And I have a new guitar I got to go.
You have a new guitar. All right, today's podcast is titled...
You know, it was temporarily titled Diarrhea on a Zip Line, but it's titled Happy Birthday, King Scott, because he freaking deserves the title.
Yep.
Thank you.
There it is. All right, Moon, what else? Oh, today's wrap-up sponsored by...
Sponsored by Jack in the Box. Jack's fan favorite popcorn chicken is back. Limited time only.
All right, what do you got?
Tomorrow, not tomorrow. Friday, we got Hot Shots 5 to 7 in Edwardsville. You got the Cutwater event down at Schnucks to Pair 11 to 1. Spring Fling is happening Saturday night at Redbud, Illinois Vices. Listen, it's an outdoor event. They close down the street, but if the weather poo-poos on us, no worries. They got that incredible indoor venue, so we will move it inside. So this is a rain or shine event.
Right.
Make sure you come party with the Teenage Dirtbags, Scattergun Jack, and just all the food, the booze, the games, all that kind of stuff out at Vices is so much fun. And then May 11th, Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? We're going to do a little media tour on Thursday, too. So it's
Look out.
It's
Look
time.
out, world. Hello, world. Look out. Okay, thank you, Moon. Learn.
Yes.
Just follow me on the socials, Learn versus Radio. I got cats, I got headstands, I got cool outfits sometimes. It's a whole thing.
Rafe.
11 o'clock today on the Point YouTube. I will be doing a live number 2 show. Tune in for that. Leave some comments. Call the number. I'll be at the St. Charles Funny Bone at the end of the month, next month, on the 31st and the 1st of June. Tickets are on sale for that. They're going pretty quick, but there are some left. Get those and follow me at I Am Rafe Williams, and happy birthday to the king.
Birthday boy, what do you got?
Well, I just want to say thank you again, St. Louis. Thank you all for the gifts and La Bombe Boucher. Thank you for the cake, all the good stuff. But anyways, I want to say today, come hang out with me. It's an exclusive deal, and only 1 million people will be able to be a part of this. You can go to Venmo. It's King Scott Rules, and just $1 to follow. It's a great hangout. We're going to be there all day just partying. 1 million people coming over.
Where?
Where is the Venmo?
King Scott Rules.
Can't say where.
I thought I said
it's
King Scott
online.
Rules.
King Scott Marketing.
Now on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the internet.
The
now.
metaverse.
You're the coolest.
Thank you. All right, we leave you with
What if it worked?
We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots, proud sponsor and partner of the St. Louis Battlehawks from Washington, Missouri. John Mattis is our Team Rizz Member of the Day.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he wants to hear this song, and here it is.
What's this one?
Because it rips. Don't you try to put me down.
We'll see, who's putting you down?
You guys should
need
handhold
to start
again like you
naming
did
names
at
in
the
this
7
one?
o'clock
I
hour.
apologize.
That'd be fun.
See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.
Hi, this
Energy.
is Brandon Saad, and you're listening to The Rizz Show on 105.7 The Point.